This podcast is brought to you by JList.com. Well, we can't forget that JList.com is one of the premier online sources for English visual novels. So if you are a fan of visual novels, you can get a huge variety of them in English over at JList.com. They have Supersonico, they have Flowers, Steins Gate, they have If My Heart Had Wings. There's a ton of anime-related visual novels as well over there. So if you're a fan of the visual novel variety type content, head over to JList.com right now and you can pick up some of your favorites. You can sort them by best-selling, newest, pre-orders, etc. And now it's time to start the podcast.
You're listening to the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast. Take your anime addiction to the next level at AAAPodcast.com/join. And now, here are your anime addicts.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 467 of the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast, where our sole mission is, Mandy.
To make your anime addiction worse. I was already on it.
She was in there like,
I was
bang.
excited.
I am amped up today. I've been on an energy drink kick, and I have recently, and by that I mean in the past hour, consumed a Bang energy drink. So there is
That's so dangerous.
300 milligrams of caffeine rushing through my veins.
Oh my God.
Please don't die.
In season 2 of Cells at Work, they are going to have an episode for caffeine, for sure, and I'm going to be in it. If you want to contribute to my caffeine addiction and to this podcast, you can go to AAAPodcast.com/join, where you can get all of our Hobby Addicts episodes. We just talked about some of our more musical hobbies, and we heard some pretty cool video game talk from Andy, some puzzle games. So you can go over to our Hobby Addicts. Ooh.
AAA is Baba.
AA is Baba.
Baba is you are Wall.
Yeah.
And of course, we also have our hentai episodes as well, so you can get our hentai episodes. One of the only podcasts doing hentai episodes. You can get access to that as well, and our after parties also at AAAPodcast.com/join. We're also on Facebook. We're on Discord. The Discord channel is growing. It's approaching 1,100 members. You want to head over there, you can do the Manga Club. What are you guys reading in Manga Club?
Right now we are reading Tomie by Junji Ito.
Oh,
and
shit.
That one will take place on the 17th.
If you want to be traumatized forever, you can go read Tomie.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to quickly or briefly mention Manga Club because I don't really ever talk about it on the show.
Do it, girl.
But so Manga Club, if you come to our Discord and go down to the Manga Club channel, you can find in our pinned messages what we're currently reading. You can find the list of what we have like coming up. And it was a great list that was also made by somebody on our Discord and did a wonderful job with it. I don't know if they want me to say their name or not, but
someone, you know who you are,
made this awesome Excel sheet. And so you can find out where to find them, if it's legally available, if it's like where you can buy it. And so, yeah, it's so what we usually do is we get together every other Wednesday. We'll read the assigned chapters, then it's very laid back, and we just talk about it. And that's it. We go through like what our expectations were and talk about characters, art, and yeah, it's very laid back, and everyone is welcome to join.
Be involved in the community and make friends.
Yeah,
that's right.
That was the whole point of it. So it's doing great.
On this episode.
Really great.
On this episode, we're going to be returning to Anime Studio Survivor to take the show to its conclusion. We will get it down to one studio that will ultimately, I don't even know what they win on Survivor, probably $1 million. It's always $1 million.
Yeah, it's
$1
million.
$1 million, which some of these studios really need that. So,
like, yeah. What does $1 million get you in terms of an animation, though? One episode?
I don't know, but there's going to be a news bit that talks about how utterly screwed Studio Gonzo is. They're like,
Oh, that's a shame.
yeah, they're like hemorrhaging money like crazy. That's in one of the news breaks. We're also going to be reviewing Tsurune.
Yes,
So-
we are.
Also, on our Discord, somebody made a suggestion for an episode where people present 5 of their favorite anime, and we recommend to them another anime or 2 that they may like based on other shows that they like. So
It's gonna be hard.
there is a form running for the listener recommendations list. So if you want to get involved in this and submit your 5 shows, there's a link to the form on both our Facebook and Twitter page. So head over there and you can submit your 5 favorite shows, and we'll help you find a couple more things to watch, which I think is a good service to you as listeners.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and I'm hoping that helps you out. We have a lot of really good news today to get to, so let's not delay.
おー、大ニュースです。It's time for big news of the week.
Really big news. They have named
Big news.
They named the new era in Japan.
Which is so cool, by the way.
Yeah, this is really big. This is something that
Yeah.
happens like once every 30 years or so, and we're kind of privileged to be able to, see the transition. So it's neat. So in Japan, the eras are named for the emperors that are sitting on the throne during that time period. So we all know Emperor Akihito is abdicating the throne next month to his son, the Crown Prince Naruhito,
The Crown Prince, baby.
who is going to be taking over I didn't know this, but apparently the oldest hereditary monarchy in the world, which is pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
The new era is called Reiwa, Reiwa, and it means harmony and peace. So the 2 kanji that are used to write that mean harmony and peace. So
The name of the throne is the Chrysanthemum Throne. I didn't know that.
Whoa.
isn't that badass?
That's
Yeah.
so cool. That's like right out of the fucking game. What?
It's pretty badass, yeah. So since 1868, there have only been 5 eras: the Meiji, which we all know Meiji because it's so famous, Taisho,
Yep.
Showa,
Yep.
Heisei, which is what we're in right now, and now Reiwa, which each correspond to 1 emperor. So they make it a point that none of the names of these eras are really political, because it's, as we know, it's there was an article where Toshihiro Nakayama, who's a Japan fellow at a research institute, said that it's, quote, banned by the Constitution for the emperor to have any political role, so the actual sort of impact is kind of difficult to measure. But as a symbolic figure, the emperor is always important, and the change of the emperor is, of course, very important. So they don't really find it appropriate to name the era in a political way, because the emperor for which the era is named is not political. So
Interesting.
yeah, and of course that's because we defeated Japan in World War II and rewrote the
Yeah.
Constitution.
We're so great. Aren't we so
Yeah, we're just
Yeah, we're awesome.
fantastic.
So, all the sort of politics of that aside. So, the era is meant to encapsulate the life of the emperor. So it again, from Nakayama, he says, it tells you where you were born and what kind of life you've experienced. So the present era, Heisei, which has spanned 30 years, as I said before, is defined by having a lot of challenges. So Japan has had lots of challenges in the last 30 years, a bad economy, an aging population, the Fukushima nuclear reactor disaster in 2011. So all of these are sort of describing Heisei, which I'm not actually sure what Heisei means, but based on the way that they're describing it, it makes me feel like it means.
I was trying to look it up.
Yeah, I'm not
Trying
really
to
sure.
find
If
it.
you find it, let me know. But yeah, so but they believe that this next era is and then the era that the current will be emperor has lived in is one of peace and harmony. So that's why they named it. So I think it's cool. Oh, and they start with 1, so it's going to go back to Reiwa 1, and then go up 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So kids, when you're when you're in Japan and you're getting your driver's license, they don't write 1973 on your driver's license or whenever you were born. They write, you know, I think for me it's like Showa 50 or I don't know. It's like, you know, they do it like that. So
They do that? That's so sick.
oh, you like that?
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah,
I like
so,
things like that, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that Chiaki was born in like Heisei 1. So
Ooh.
I think. I'm not really sure exactly. So
It looks like it means peace and to become. So I guess to become peaceful, I guess. I don't know.
it's but anyway, the Naruhito
Or achieving peace.
Japan is definitely a country that has been living in peace for a long time now, so
Yeah.
so which is good. Any other thoughts on that? That's
No.
It's really-
I think it's cool that I just love the concept and the word and the weight of the word era. So it's cool to see something with such gravitas being spoken about and in such a like high, I don't know, standard. It's cool.
Wouldn't you have to be
I'm very interested.
would you have to be a fly on the wall in like in the conference where they discussed what to name the new era and like maybe what the other choices were?
Like what?
Yeah,
what
I
are
want to know what those other ones were.
Yeah,
I want to know the rejects.
I want to know the rejects. I want to know like someone was just like, what if we go with Oishi? Huh? How about that?
Let's just name it.
Take it.
Let's name the new era Annie Moo.
Annie Moo.
Annie Moo.
Annie Moo.
That's right. Yeah.
It's a little majestic. Annie Moo. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I bet there's. I wonder if the people that are in that conference, if they're really stuffy about it, like if they're just really serious, or if some of them are like throwing jokes out and stuff, just joking around.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, let's name it, you know, delicious pork bowl or whatever.
Yeah. Right. Let's name it the Shashu.
On ice.
The Shashu era.
It's like I had a really good gyudon this morning, so why don't we name the new era beef bowl?
Udon era.
The era
It
of
should be the
beef bowl.
panini era.
The Panini era. Oh my god.
Panini era.
Yeah.
For those who listen to the Hobby Addicts, that's a callback. So
Yeah, exactly.
you go listen to that.
There's like a lobbyist in there from Kokuichi Ban. He's like, you know, I think we should name it the curry era.
The curry era, the Cocoa
What do you think
era.
about that? Yeah. Can we please
Yeah.
can we sponsor the new era?
Yo, that's if
God.
if
no.
that ever comes to be a real thing, that's when the world's over.
How
God.
do you sponsor an era?
That's what I'm saying though. Like if there was if a corporation ever got big enough to where they could buy the era of a fucking country, done. Like the world's over.
I don't know. That's kind of what Google's doing right now. They control everything pretty much.
Yeah. Apple too. With
Yeah.
the new credit card, it's coming out with their own credit card. Like I mean, I'm probably gonna get it because I'm an idiot, but like it's wild that they're getting into banking.
If Amazon comes out with a credit card, they probably already did. I don't know. I will probably get it because I charge my credit card on Amazon constantly.
Mandy.
You're welcome.
Did I just miss something?
Jeff.
Yes.
Fuck. Let's go into your.
So what I do during our podcast is toss out just dumb like shit
You know,
posts in our private chat
A
to
lot
see
of
if
the
I can
time,
get to laugh.
listeners, believe it or not, most episodes Mandy is spamming memes in the Discord, and we do a good job about not laughing. But this one was too. This was good.
Go ahead and describe it, and then we'll move on.
It's it's a 4-panel meme. The top 2 panels on the left panel is Winnie the Pooh looking bored, leaning on a chair, and the right panel says watching censored anime. And then the bottom 2 panels on the left panel is Winnie the Pooh making a like a very like pleasured face wearing a tuxedo, and then the right panel in cursive italicized script saying watching uncensored big titty anime.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
Fucking holy shit. I love it. Let's move on to the corner thing. Let's go.
皆さんおめでとうございます Join us in Enzo Senpai's Notice Me Corner.
Enzo forgot the name of his end segment. The
Yeah,
corner
it's
thing.
The corner thing. Yeah, well, to correct that, it is Enzo Senpai's Notice Me Corner time, where you guys can write in and let us know of something you've been working on, that you've achieved, that you're working towards, that you are excited about, that involves you taking steps towards stuff in your life. Man,
Get
we want to
excited.
celebrate you. Get excited. This one comes in from God King Goku, who probably can yell for a really long time.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, same. Send us your yelling. Kakin Goku. Anyway, they say
You asked for it now.
oh shit. Oh fuck.
His name's Goku. Let's do it.
All right. Last year, I took a programming boot camp. Now I have a great job as a software engineer. I had a master's in business, but for some reason, I was not able to get a job making more than 20 an hour, and I just didn't love those jobs. But now I have a great job, and I love it. Kamehameha, bitch.
Kamehameha, bitches.
He didn't say that. I said that. But, dude, so this is great because this is what I call like a great progression where you did your school thing, right? And then you toughed it out. You know, you got through interviews, you got through the shit, you got through shitty jobs, and then you kept going. You got yourself a good one that you like, man. And that's why I always tell people that you can't get discouraged by the first thing you get. You can't get discouraged by the lack of things you're getting. Like there is a space for you out there. You just got to keep working towards it. So Gakken Goku, congratulations, man. I'm happy that you got a job that you love. I do not relate.
And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And this is coming from a person who is going from a job where I'm not learning right now. I'm not learning anything. And I'm actively interviewing with companies, right? And you went and joined a programming boot camp. You learned a lot of stuff, and now you have a new job that you like that's better than the job you had before. Don't pick and this goes for everybody. Don't pick your first of all, don't stay in one job forever if you're not learning things. You need to be continually growing and developing in your career, but don't pick a new job just based off of how much it pays. Pick it based off of how much you're going to learn and how much you're going to develop as a person in your career, because that will ultimately lead to you being more valuable and getting better jobs in the future. So that's just some wisdom there. So like, you know, when I'm interviewing, I'm not like, it's not all about what the salary is. It's about the salary and the learning opportunities. So you took
always work towards a better you.
You joined a boot camp, learned a bunch of stuff, and now you're in a better place. And it's all about the learning, and you know that's diligence, right? And those programming boot camps are challenging. So good on you to like go out there and seize it for yourself. You know, so it's respectful. It's a respectful move. Gakken Goku.
Yeah, now that you're making some good monies, you know what's really good to spend your monies on?
Ramen.
Well, yeah. But also for
Big
$8
hentai
a month,
episodes.
you can subscribe to the podcast for it. You can get hentai
Oh,
episodes,
shit.
baby! Haha! AAA. Okay, moving on.
I was gonna say uncensored big titty anime, but
Oh yeah, well that too.
That too. I mean, that's always a good
Definitely
option.
That too. You're not gonna go wrong with uncensored big titty anime.
all right. Well, good job.
This episode's a mess.
Oh, I like it.
Oh yeah, it's on brand.
All right, moving on.
Howdy, partner. I seen you riding in on that dusty trail. Welcome to the good, the bad, and the moe.
All right, so for the good this week, we have some simulcast lists for spring 2019. Crunchyroll.
Thank you for pulling this, by the way.
I'm gonna roll through these real quick. Crunchyroll has Bakumatsu Crisis, Boku Tachi wa Benkyo ga Deki Nai, Cinderella Girls Gekijo, Chokado Girl 1/6. I've never heard of that one. Ace of Diamonds Season 2, Fruits Basket, August 9 Cinderellas, which is one of my shows, Hitori Bochi no something Seikatsu, Joshi Kaose, Kimetsu, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Mayonaka no Cult Komin, the Midnight Occult Civil Servants, Nobunaga Teacher's Young Bride, and Yato Game-chan Kansatsu Niki. High Dive's got Midara no Ao-chan, the Ao-chan Can't Study, Why the Hell Are You Here Teacher, Senryu Girl, and Vendai Utena. And Funimation is listed here now. Funimation has some shows with English dubs, including Fairy Gone. So they also have Fruits Basket, We Never Learn, Demon Slayer, and some others. And Funimation has Mix, Meisei Story, and Robo Hachi. So if you're looking for any of those shows, that's somewhere you can sort of reference that to find out where you can watch some stuff.
I didn't know there was 2 Cinderella shows this season.
For the bad, a man was arrested for allegedly threatening Square Enix over a game item. So police arrested a 25-year-old male nursing home employee in Tokushima's Yoshinagawa City on March 29th for intimidating employees at Square Enix. The suspect left a message in a questionnaire for a role-playing game which Square Enix produced saying, quote, Square Enix staff, I'm coming to kill you tomorrow. Purify your heads for a beheading.
This is so stupid.
In his deposition, he wrote that he had written the message to, quote, seek revenge because he had spent $1,800 to acquire an in-game item that he did not end up getting.
The
world is screwed.
Your priorities there, friend.
This is the ultimate whale.
Yeah.
The world is screwed.
He's a killer whale.
Yeah, and he's a nursing. He's a nursing home employee.
Man,
Ignore me. That was a really bad joke.
Killer whale. I love it. Oh my god. For the Moe, and it's a sad day. Uma Musume, Pretty Derby's character namesake racehorse has passed away.
I thought this was old news.
Rest in peace.
Did a second one die?
Maybe. The horse girls of Pretty Derby are said to possess spirits of famed racehorses, and unfortunately one of those died. The 15-year-old racehorse Vodka died due to laminitis, or inflammation of the tissues in the horse's hooves. So, and which were it was stabled in England. So, rest in peace, Vodka.
Anime is so weird, man.
It's so weird.
Like, you just said the sentence where, like, these anime horse girls had the spirit of past victorious racehorses. Like, you know how crazy that sounds?
It's a crazy shit.
You know how crazy that
I've seen
It's a
worse.
crazy shit.
Oh my god, dude.
All right. We had some trivia. The trivia was really hard. It's really hard right now. It's really bad anime, and I'm picking hard shows. The winner, the answer this week was Kimera, which is a really, really horrible show. I don't even know how anybody had seen this.
I don't think I have.
There were a fistful of people that got it right, and Otaku Cop, you are the lucky winner for this week. So congratulations. This is the second or third out of the 4 for this month of really bad animes. So if you want to play trivia, you can go to our website, scroll down, and there's an image on the bottom where you can play trivia and enter in to win something miraculous. I don't know what it is, but it'll change your life. I know that. So, who wants to read the intro trivia before we get us to a news break?
Okay, yeah, I got this. So, as always, like Mitsuki mentioned, we have trivia on the website, but we also have trivia in show between breaks. So this question says, name the anime. A failed DNA experiment with plants has changed the world forever. Having demolished the moon, the intelligent and progressive plant life has spread to the earth and destroyed the human civilization. There's few humans that remain struggle to survive while maintaining an uneasy truce with the restless forest. As mentioned, name that anime. We'll be back soon.
Hey all you anime fans out there, Mitsugu is here, and it's time to bring you some anime news. Leading us off, Zebek, which is a West Tokyo-based animation production company that a lot of us know, brought us titles such as Martian Successor Nadesco, Fafner, Toraburu, and other shows, is officially going to be broken up after 24 years of doing business. They will cease as a business entity on May 31st, 2019, which is just around the corner. Looks like their key business is going to be absorbed into Sunrise in November, who purchased their business, and a lot of their production assets, the physical assets, are going to be absorbed by Production IG. So for those of you that were fans of Zebek, well, it looks like they will soon be no more and are going to be absorbed into other entities. Next up, a Singaporean man has gotten some pretty good results with the 30-day One Punch Man challenge, which is the challenge to do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and do a 10-kilometer run, which is about 6 miles, every day. And this man did this, apparently, gradually sort of increasing his efforts until he was finally able to do the 100 push-ups, squats, etc. Says he lost 11 pounds throughout the 30 days and put on a little bit of muscle as well. For those of you that are thinking about doing this, I caution you about running 6 miles per day, as there's probably some pretty significant risk there of developing tendonitis in your knees. So not something I recommend, but if you are a super fan of One Punch Man and want to try this, well, have at it. Next up, it looks like Universal Japan is not the only place that wants to build a Super Mario World theme park. The Universal Studios Singapore theme park is also going to be adding a Super Mario World, Super Nintendo World to be precise, in 2020. This is part of an effort that will cost $3.3 billion and are going to be adding 40 more acres onto what is already a 120-acre resort park in Singapore. It's also going to include a Minion Park as well. So it looks like the production phase are completed, and the new attraction is going to be slated to open in 2020 with the full project to be completed by 2025. So if you're a big fan of Super Nintendo, you may want to zip over to Singapore, I guess, and check out their theme park. It looks like it's going to be pretty awesome in Singapore, as I've been there myself. It's a pretty fancy, high-tech city. Next up, Carol and Tuesday, which is the new Shinichiro Watanabe anime that's going to be premiering in just a couple days, is going to be getting a manga to go along with the anime. It's going to be getting a manga adaptation by Morito Yamataka, and it's going to be debuting in Kadokawa's Young Ace magazine on May 2nd. So if you're a fan of Shinichiro Watanabe and you end up liking the Carol and Tuesday anime, you might want to check out the manga that's going to be going along with the anime as well. This is Mitsuki, and this was your anime news break. Now, as we always do, it's time to get back to the podcast.
Hey, Mitz, what's the website?
Oh, Enzo, you'll never believe this.
What? Oh, no.
JList.com is going to release a Church of Mitsugi PC game. Hello. It's called Moe Stomp Stomp Deluxe Edition.
Deluxe?
It's a turn-based RPG where you go on a quest to rid the world of Moe girls. I commissioned it from JList.
I didn't know JList.com sold anime PC games.
Oh yeah, Enzo. JList.com and Just USA are the same company. They sell hundreds of English language visual novels such as Fate Stay Night and Steins Gate, and they have adult games as well.
And Moe Stomping games.
Moe Stomping is not a game. It's life, Enzo. Life.
Right. Oh, I see. They have the new Mad Pompadour 12 Good Hair Days. Let's get that for Kazuo.
JList.com, your home for all your Moe Stomping and Pompadour game needs. Oh, and most other anime games as well.
Hi, this is Tiffany Grant. Remember me? Asuka Langley Soryu. Anyway, I'm a total anime addict, and if you're not listening to Anime Addicts Anonymous, what are you, stupid?
The Anime Addicts Anonymous podcast presents How Does Chiaki Play the Good Cop?
I don't care how important what you are saying is in real life, in anime, in any media. I don't care how touching the music is or how the character relations are being developed. If you have a shot while this discussion or this meaning is being delivered or is taking place, and in the foreground of this shot, I have a bikini girl's ass in my face, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It stops mattering. So if you want to have your message, have your message. If you want to have your bikinis, have your bikinis. But bikinis trump.
She's still working on it.
She really can't. She's not gonna. You can't play good cop at all.
Back to the show.
Bum bum ba bum ba ba rum ba ba ba.
Yeah, let him know.
There it comes.
Let her know. It's coming.
Rum ba ba ba. Wagner.
Is that what's
stable.
going on?
That's pretty stable. Guys, I know we've done this before, but can we take a deep breath together? Just quickly.
I mean, I can try.
All right,
Breathing's
let's
the
go.
one thing I can't do.
All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. And out.
In-show trivia.
All right. Initial trivia question. Before the break, we asked you, name the anime. A failed DNA experiment with plants has changed the world forever. Having demolished the moon, the intelligent and aggressive plant life has spread to the earth and destroyed the human civilization. The few humans that remain struggle to survive while maintaining an uneasy truce with the restless forest. The answer is Origin, Spirits of the Past, which I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, you don't need to watch that.
I've seen that a long
You
time
don't need to
ago.
watch that.
That was a tougher. I picked harder ones this time, so
Good. Yeah.
suck it up,
We
people.
gotta challenge the people.
All right. Well, and now Mandy's gonna challenge you to read some manga.
Yeah.
Because as she do. So let's get it rolling.
And now, let's take a minute for the Manga Minute with Mandy.
Hey, this is Mandy's Manga Minute, where I take a minute to tell you about a manga and help you find something new to read. And this one is called Cross Manage. Hardworking or passionate were not words in Sakurai's vocabulary, and joining a team sports in school was out of the question. But one day, he accidentally walks in on his female classmate Toyoguchi naked in the locker room, and in return for keeping it a secret from everyone else, he is forced to become the manager of the female lacrosse team. Toyoguchi is passionate about lacrosse and was responsible for creating the team for the school. Sakurai reluctantly begins his role as a manager, but is slowly drawn into Toyoguchi's personality and begins researching and enjoying the sport. The once lazy Sakurai, who was scared of failure, now learns to put himself out there. Serious effort is something worthwhile. First of all, that synopsis is incorrect. He did not walk in on her naked. He definitely accidentally grabbed her
funny.
boob. It was ridiculous.
I chuckled either way.
Cross Manage is a comedy romance sports manga written and illustrated by Kaito.
Hmm.
It is a finished series with 5 volumes in total, and all of them are available on the Shonen Jump app. Cross Manage does not follow like the typical formula of a sports shonen series. Instead of like the Genki character who's very determined to become the very best at whatever sport is being portrayed, our main character, Sakurai, is instead just becomes the manager of a team. And like most of the time when we see sports manga, it's about, a bunch of guys with a female manager. And this one's a team of girls with a male manager, which is our main character. And while the overall premise of the story might be a little breath of fresh air, the manga does still fall into very common character tropes. The main character is like that natural at everything, and Toyoguchi is like the typical ditzy main character who sucks at everything. And I also find the catalyst for them, or for Sakurai joining the club, to be very unfortunate. It was just very cringy. But so I do feel like the series has a lot of room for growth, and the characters do balance each other out very well. The art is crisp, but but the main character is not terribly distinctive. I do think that some of the other girls in the club are very interesting because they have a wide variety of body types and faces. And I don't know if I'm going to continue Cross Manage, but I think it does have room to grow. And if you're looking for a sports series that's focuses a little bit more on the comedy side and a plot that's different from the norm, you can check it out. It's all on the Shonen Jump app.
One reason why I like Slam Dunk, I'm still watching that, by the way. I'm like at episode 70, 70, I think.
Yeah, I'm trucking through that.
It's because the main character is horrible at basketball. He's like so bad, he can't do anything. And so like we're like 70 episodes.
He's so determined.
Yeah, he's finally starting to not suck. But like, it's nice to see us to have a sports show where the main character is not like super amazing, right off the bat.
He has mad dunks though.
Oh, he does, except that when he first tries to dunk, he hits his head on the backboard. That's how bad he is. So, yeah. Anyway, so thank you very much, Mandy. I love sports stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So last time we did this, it was a pretty successful episode, but we never really finished it. And people on the Discord had requested that we complete
The tribe has spoken.
Oh my god.
the Survivor for the Anime Studio Survivor. So we had eliminated. I went back through it and I listened to the last topic we did on this, and we eliminated. We eliminated some shows. Some were like really on the bubble, and then some were just obvious passes.
Oof,
So
I feel like we still have so much.
we do.
There's
So
a lot to go through.
So I'll explain how this is going to go down. We eliminated A1 Pictures, JC Staff, Toei Animation, and PA Works from the last show. I went through and added 3 more studios that we had overlooked from the last one, which are UFO Table, Doga Kobo, and Silverlink, which are pretty prolific studios that are very active. So we're gonna review those, and then we're going to review those and the others on the list, which are Madhouse, Bones, Wit Studio, KyoAni, Production IG, Shaft, Mappa, White Fox, TMS Entertainment, and Trigger. a lot more critically than we did last time. So, and then after we'll get like after that we'll be down to like really a cream of the crop, you know, maybe 5 or 6, and then we'll go through again and we'll cull some more, and eventually we'll have like the studio that we all agree is like the studio that's kicking the most ass in the last 5 years.
All right.
And that's important to note that we're only looking at stuff that the studios have done lately. So in the last 5 years. So because some of these studios have been around for like 30 years, and it's just not really relevant anymore.
Correct.
All right, so UFO table. That's where we're going to start here. And I put some links here for each of them so you guys can look.
So UFO table, right? I think for me, at least, when UFO table comes to mind, the first thing I think about is the Fate series, right? But more so, it's their quality of animation when they give a shit. When they give a shit. When UFO table sits down and they're like, we're gonna make this shit look good, it looks amazing good. Like stupid amazing good. Like I recall watching a little bit of Blade Works and just like being amazed at how they have like beautiful particles to their you know action sequences that don't have to be that. They have a certain way to make things shine and sparkle, and it's just and it's just ridiculous. Like they do that so well. However, and this is where I have the bone to pick with UFO table, is there what else, right? Like the what else question. So they look really good, and Fate is a great series, but what else? So that's where I'm at.
And only one of the Fate shows is in the last 5 years, and that is the Unlimited Blade Works, and even that barely made the cut. But I agree with you on how they look, because that anime, it had a very like theatrical feel to it, because it was just so visually stunning in the angles and the wide shots and everything went. But like other than that, you got like Tales of Zestiria,
or whatever.
Yeah, God Eater, which I didn't watch. Katsugeki Touken Danbu, and that's like, and of this season they've got the Kimetsu no Yaiba, the demon hunter or whatever the hell.
Which I've heard some people love and some people be like it's okay.
But like I don't think we can really count current season stuff because we haven't seen it yet.
It's not done yet.
So
this one's hard for me because they are known as like the Fate people, and I don't know anything about Fate. I've never dove into that series because it's so big. It's a big commitment. But so I can only go off of like I watched Demon Slayer. The first episode was great, but again it's not finished, so it can't be counted. Touken Danbu is okay. It's beautiful, and that's about it.
Is that the Sword Boys?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's based off a gacha game, so already it's like there's not really any story there. I don't know anything about God Eater. I've only played the game. I don't know. I know nothing about UFO table. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say, like, Enzo, I feel like you're not wrong. I mean, the Fate stuff is beautiful and most of it's good, but most of it's not within 5 years.
Yeah.
It's it sucks to say, man. And you know, like the current show, Demon Slayer, they have now could be what brings them back to the table. Yeah, I get it. See what I did there. But for now, my vote is to fail because
I would fail them.
I'm gonna fail them as well.
Yeah, it seems like they peaked and not within our 5-year thing, and then the rest of their products are not to the standard that we are currently holding anime studios to.
But y'all got some pretty shows.
They do got some pretty shows, baby. And y'all got them. Yeah.
I think the verdict is that we like their stuff. Fate is beautiful. We want more of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The tribe has spoken.
Goodbye. Doga
Dude,
Kobo.
it's so crazy. We just cut UFO table.
We're savages.
My God.
Well, there can only be one. So
there can only be one.
We're gonna have to be.
Doga Kobo has done a lot more.
So this is interesting to me as well.
It's a lot. It's totally different type of stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
So let me just run through this real quick. And by the way, the cutoff point is April 26, 2014.
2014.
So,
okay.
Right at the start of that, you've got Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun, Donten Niwarau, which I didn't see, Plastic Memories, Himoto Umaru-chan, a whole bunch of that. Tons of that stuff. Luck and Logic, New Game, Gabriel Dropout, Token Rambu Hanamaru.
Tadaka Never Falls in Love.
Yeah. Yep. Tadaku Never Falls in Love. You've got
The Himoto stuff. Did you already say that one?
Himoto Umaru-chan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Uchi no Maid no Uza Sugiru. So it's a lot of like, and then of course, dumbbell non keto moteru. The like workout.
I fail them.
You feel them?
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
All right. So okay.
Because
wait.
there's something I love on here. Nozaki-kun is fantastic. I love
Fantastic.
Nozaki-kun.
Yes.
But there's a lot of other stuff on here that I could not care less about.
Yeah. So this studio, I praise it for being very active, right?
It is active.
They've made shit in the recent years. They continue to make stuff, and I think they do have a good standard quality of stuff they make. Like Plastic Memories hit my feels. It
wasn't
good.
bad. It was alright.
It wasn't bad at all. New Game
was
was very fun to watch for me. And Nozaki-kun, like Mandy said, was fantastic. And I love Tadaku Never Falls in Love as well.
I still need to finish that one. I haven't finished Tadaku.
Yeah, so that's four anime by the studio that within the last 5 years that I enjoyed.
But they have Umaru-chan.
But they have Umaru-chan. And their shows don't really ever stand down just of quality. It's very standard. It's very standard for the year these anime come out, right? So Nozaki-kun is cool for what it was and what that story revolves around, unless you're Mitsuki, who doesn't believe in that story.
Which
but
story?
In Nozaki-kun's storyline.
Oh, well, he's
I mean, a mastermind.
He's a
Yeah,
pervert.
we know.
He's a
we know.
predator.
He's a pervert.
He's a predator, man. He's a hunter.
Anyway, but I think their quality of animation is very standard per the year the anime have all respectively come out in. I think their storytelling is also quite standard. I think they just have a knack for hitting a good standard, and that's not a fault, but it is not a passing vote for me.
Damn.
For this, you know,
Same.
like it's like they do a good job. They do a good job. Right?
I don't hate
but
this.
They're not breaking the mold, you know.
I don't hate them, but I don't have a way to defend them. So
I don't hate them, but they do have a lot of stuff that I just don't care for.
goodbye.
I don't care for Umaru-chan at all.
Has the tribe spoken?
I didn't like New Game either.
Damn.
I thought it was fine.
In other words, it's Tadakun and Nozaki-kun. So they're good. So they should they should just stick with shows that have kun in the title.
Yeah.
The Coons?
But sorry,
The Coons.
Everything's gonna have Coon now.
I don't think the Coons are enough.
Tokonambu-kun.
Oh my gosh, there's a 6-episode special of Gekkan's Shoujo Nozaki-kun. That's probably where he like actually
No.
That's
just
probably
play the drop. Play the drop.
The tribe has spoken.
Did you see where I was
So
going
we
with
find
that?
out he's a mastermind manipulator.
Yes.
That's where he springs his trap.
Ah, okay.
All right.
I see.
Everything is all of a sudden it's Death Note. He has been planning this the entire time.
He all of a sudden is wearing Light's school uniform in a wig.
All right. Next on the chopping block is Silver Link, and they have done a shitload of stuff.
a
Like
whole bunch.
holy
And they're
shit,
also
the list
quite,
is
they're also
nuts.
quite active. Yeah.
The list is long. Like, all right, so let me run through
my
some
gosh,
of these.
that's
Yeah,
so much.
It's so crazy. Just right off the top, Fate Collide, Liner, Prisma, Ilia, Zvai, Rokujoma no Shin Ryakusha no Nonbiori, Dakudai Kishi no Cavalry, Tanaka-kun is always listless, Masamune-kun's
My heart.
Revenge,
I like Masamune-kun too.
Buso Shoujo Machiavellism. Of course, who could forget Imoto Sai Irebai, which is like that little sister show. Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody, Mitsubishi Colors, and God, they have done so much. Brave Witches.
I'd fail them.
Yeah.
Damn.
I love Tanaka-kun. As much as I
yeah.
love Tanaka-kun,
I
it is my heart.
Same fucking page, man. Like I liked it. I love that they're active. I love that they put stuff out. I think they have this studio. Silverlink does know how to tap into subtlety and does know how to write characters. Like I will give them that. Because they even made a premise like
A lot of trash though.
A lot of trash, but even in those trash shows like Masamune-kun no Revenge,
I haven't seen that one.
I found myself watching 6 episodes of that. I don't know why. It's trash, but I was there.
I think someone told me not to watch it, and that I didn't watch it.
I'm telling you right now, don't watch it. But what I'm saying is that there's some characters in there that are pretty good.
I did like Restaurant to Another World. That one was fun.
And Mitsubishi Colors is actually pretty okay too, if I remember correctly. I think that was last season. Yeah,
So
I watched some of it, but I think it's the same thing as Doga Kobo, right? Where I think they hit a little under the standard we like to hold things to. But they're consistent in that, so that's not a bad thing. They put out things that, if you have time to kill, and you're caught up on all your favorites, like a Silver Link show could fill that for you. You know, if you want your domestic girlfriend type shit for the season, like you can check out a Silver Link show maybe. But you know, but that's
Wait,
not.
they did that?
No, I'm just saying, like the domestic girlfriend is mine. If you want your trash, is what I'm saying. If you want your trash, this is a good quality recycle bin.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I think a really telling thing is that they've got 88 titles, and that includes movies and specials and stuff. In the past 3 years, they only have 2 anime series that have a score, and I'm not in my anime list is not the end all be all, but it is a metric, right? They only have 2 series that have a score higher than an 8 in the last 5 years, and
Tanaka-kun? Yes, it is.
And just barely. And Non Bioti Repeat, which is their highest rated series. So
Tanaka-kun's a 10 out of 10. I don't know what they're talking about.
So I guess we're killing them.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
The tribe has spoken.
Goodness gracious. 3 up, 3 down.
This one is the hard one.
Yeah,
I tried to present more. We just slayed them all. All right. So here we go. So we passed Madhouse pretty easily in the last episode.
We did.
I feel like we're going to pass it again.
This is like, people would have to literally sit me down in person and talk me out of passing Madhouse.
Yeah.
So eventually we're going to have to get tough on them, though. So
we will.
In the last, they're very active as well. There's a lot, which Masao Maruyama is a cool guy, so I'm happy about that. But so some of the stuff they've done in the last 5 years, right about it, like the cutoff point, No Game, No Life is in there. Just barely. They've got Parasite, Ace of Diamond, Death Parade, My Love Story, Overlord, One Punch Man, tons of One Punch Man specials, All Out, which is that rugby show.
Place Further in the Universe.
They have Aka. They've got...
They did a new card captor as well.
Yep.
The new card captor.
No, dude, fuck. Mr.
Tonegawa.
Yeah.
I passed them. I passed them.
The new Boogie Pop.
There's no way. Like, we'd have to get into, like, nitty-gritty against another studio for me to find ways to fail Madhouse, because on its own merit, I cannot possibly fail them. Like, just... Like, they are consistently hitting above the standard average. Even when they don't put out a great show, it's still better. Like, it's still, you can still watch it and find something out of that show, right? And I think an example just from the ones you listed, like if you watched Aka 13 got no hype, but that show's fucking great.
I loved Aka.
That show is fucking good and flew under the radar for
yeah, Natsume Ono writes some really fantastic stories.
Yeah, and the design of that show is great. So like Madhouse is popping off even on shows that they aren't putting, like, that isn't getting the attention of the fandom. Like they just put out quality stuff for pride. You know, like
even stuff that I'm not like exactly passionate about. Like I think Overlord's just okay, but even that one, it's like I don't know, it's a lot better than a lot of the other like very mediocre shows that other studios put out.
Agreed. And then, you know, just to state a factual thing, they put out A Place Further in the Universe, which got the beloved attention of the entire fandom, you know. It got mine too. Like it was my number 2 of that year for sure. So
yeah, I think it's my number 1.
If you look at like the shows, how many shows they have like that are like higher than an 8 on here, there's like 12 of them in the last 5 years.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild on Mal.
Yeah,
insane.
Well, their
that's
catalog,
insane,
they've got 364 titles. I mean,
okay,
in their whole catalog, but yeah. So
yeah, but how often does the fandom on Mal rate things like above an 8?
I mean,
on average,
it's not uncommon. It's probably like 20% of shows, I would say.
Wild.
All right, so we'll keep them. Just remember, we gotta be tougher on these.
Yeah, we gotta get one.
We really debated hard about this last time, but based on this next studio, but based on how Mob Psycho season 2 has done.
Oh shit.
Whew.
Oh fuck. Okay.
This one's gonna require some conversation, which is Studio Bones, which has done Mob Psycho.
Fuck, dude.
My Hero Academia, Hisone, Tomaso-tan, Kekai Sensen, Bungo Stray Dogs, Shirayuki Hime,
Okay,
Noragami.
Space Dandy.
Why don't we do this? Ready? Why don't we, since we kept Madhouse, why don't we just versus from now on? You know what I'm saying? Like
versus Madhouse?
You know, because here's the thing, like we have to end up with one studio, right? So like
Might as well compare them now.
Because going forward, I'm just gonna be thinking like, okay, but is this better than Madhouse?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, this one's hard.
This is super hard.
I love Mob Psycho and I love Noragami. I love Shirayuki Hime. But I don't know. Outside of those, there's nothing else. I know how popular My Hero is.
And I know, dude, the
Bungo Stray Dogs is okay.
Yeah, that one I'm not even that one has none of my attention. But Mob Psycho 2 did just finish, right?
Yeah,
and
it was loved the
wonderful.
shit out of it, yeah.
Spoilers for when we review Mob Psycho 2, it was fucking great. Okay. But here's what I'll say. I feel like Madhouse may have been more active and at a higher standard on average than Studio Bones.
I can't fail Bones, given that their most recent thing was one of the best things they've ever done.
Yeah,
Right
man.
now. I gotta keep them around.
Especially when you
now.
compare like Mob Psycho 2 to even like One Punch Man. I think Mob Psycho 2 is so much better.
I agree.
I gotta keep them. I gotta keep them around for now. We'll deal with it later.
We can come
but
back
like,
to it.
I gotta keep them around.
That's
now.
gonna be so hard. God,
Just out of respect,
so
I can't say, oh, they just did Mob Psycho season 2. It's people like one of the best shows in a long time. Fail. I can't do that. I can't do it for now.
I can't even disagree with you. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep them around. Let's keep them around for
Jesus
now.
Christ,
out
that's gonna
of
be so
respect.
intense later.
Yeah, this is fun. All right, so Wit Studio, fairly new studio. A lot of their stuff is pretty good, and almost all their stuff is in the last 5 years. So their catalog consists of Hozuki no Reitetsu, Rolling Girl, Seraph of the End, Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress, Ancient Magus Bride, After the Rain. But my personal take is that while there are some shows on that list, and Attack on Titan.
Yep. From 2013, yeah.
There are some shows in there that I don't love. Like Seraph of the End was kind of a train wreck, especially at the end.
It was a letdown. Letdown for sure.
Rolling Girls.
It's fine.
I didn't watch After the Rain.
I liked it.
Ancient Magus Bride was fine. Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress was fine. Hozuki no Reitetsu is cute.
And Attack on Titan is beloved.
Attack on Titan is great. So my personal thought is that having just come from Madhouse and Bones, Wit Studio is a good studio. It feels like it's lacking something.
It's lacking legacy.
My opinions will change when Vinland Saga comes out.
Yeah, I was just looking
Until
at
then.
I just clicked the link to the Wikipedia and I see 2019 coming Vinland Saga. I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, it's lucky, or I mean, it's unlucky right now that it's not out now.
I'm with you though, Mitsugi. My vote, and this is like, because when you put up against Bones and Madhouse that we just couldn't even decide on already. If it was a competition between these three, I would fail Wit Studio immediately.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think they're a bad studio.
No, they're great.
Especially their animation now, when that whole scene with Levi in breathtaking.
Yeah,
all of the nature scenes in Magus Bride that made people think it was Ghibli that did the fucking anime.
Yeah,
you know, like they are killing it. But Madhouse and Bones are just Madhouse and Bones.
Compare the shows though.
Yeah.
It's tough. Like I feel like Wit Studio is very consistently good. None of these shows that they've got are terrible.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's very difficult.
It's hard. It's harder when they don't have out as because there's less there.
I really think Wit Studio is like a high echelon studio. Like I look forward to the things that they put out.
Absolutely.
But in an effort to get down to one studio, I feel like they're just falling
it's
a
really
little
hard.
They're just falling a little short.
Yeah.
Oh, the Vinland Saga. It's
I know.
All the villains are
It's very unfortunate for them that it's not out now, because otherwise,
it's sitting right there.
Wit Studio now.
It's sitting right there. All right, so we'll cut them. It hurts me though.
The tribe has spoken.
So man,
I mean, we got to do it.
Yeah, that hurt. I genuinely feel bad.
All right. Kyoto Animation, we argued about for mostly me.
We did.
We argued about for like 10 minutes in the last time we did this. And the reason why I argued was because I argued that most of their best stuff was like a decade ago.
And I think I was arguing against you because they put out these two ridiculously beautiful movies in the last 5 years.
Yeah, so their series in the last 5 years are Free Eternal Summer, Amagi Brilliant Park, Sound Euphonium, Myriad Colors Phantom World, Sound Euphonium 2, Miss Kobayashi's Maid Dragon, Violet Evergarden, Free Dive to the Future, and Tsurune, Tsurune, which we're going to review later.
When was Hyoka?
And then, of course, they have
2013, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then, while I don't tend to watch movies, I know Liz and the Bluebird just came out, so
yes,
and a silent voice,
and a silent voice as well, back in 2016.
There are a bunch of free movies as well.
Yes.
So
that's where I'm at, because my ass went to go see Liz and the Bluebird, and I was crying. Yeah, you can ask BCom. Tears were flowing at that orchestral scene. And they play together because KyoAni knows what they're doing when it comes to animation. They are smooth as butter.
This one's hard for me.
It's beautiful.
I love KyoAni so much.
Yeah, I have the biggest soft spot for KyoAni because I love the way they put effort into everything. They in their shows like even like the way I feel like it was Manny that mentioned this, but like they put effort into like the way hair bounces. It's ridiculous. Like
they have an incredible amount of level of detail.
Yeah.
Where it feels so alive or beautiful, like so believable.
Yeah, very organic.
They work really hard. Their show, their quality level is consistently shocking. I would say, like the fact that every show they put out, they have a Miyazaki level obsession with quality.
Yeah,
I also feel like their drama has so much like heart behind it. There's so many shows where I'm like, this hit me in such an emotional spot. I don't know. It's really...
and then they drop Violet Evergarden and just flex on all of us for no reason.
I've seen almost every show they've put out in the last 5 years.
I think I have as well. Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to my guns and I'm gonna fail them. I'm gonna vote them off the island again. As I did last time. Simply because of lack of volume and because I think their best days are behind them, and they just have some shows in the last 5 years that I just didn't strike me, like stuff like Myriad Colors Phantom World, which is just like basically an ecchi comedy. I mean, at times, just doesn't. And I know people like Free, but let's face it, like to me, Free is like fluff. So,
but yeah,
it's abs and
that's what
water.
I love about KyoAni is their fluff.
So. I mean, I'm gonna stick to my guns.
Here's where, fuck, man, this is like okay. My heart says they pass, but when I look, oh my god, okay, KyoAni will not is one of the studios that will not lose to almost anything in terms of animation and in terms of like fluidity and organic portrayal of emotions, like Mandy mentioned. I totally agree. I do think they lack in story sometimes. Like half the time they nail it and the drama is wonderful, then half the time it's fucking K-On. And sometimes they're in the middle. I do think they were on a decline, Mitsugi, and I do think that they're currently in a resurgence, right?
Okay.
But I value a more consistent output than a resurgence right now for this, right? So when I say that, what I'm saying is that I'm so stoked that KyoAni is popping off lately. They put out those two movies. They put out Violet Evergarden all within a couple years, if not in the same year of each other, which is insane. So they are resurging super hard, but I don't think I don't think story-wise they're as impactful as other studios like Madhouse and Studio Bone. So I will fail. Oh my god.
I don't know.
I'm gonna flip. Oh
I
shit!
think your stories
Oh
are
my
beautiful.
god.
All right, I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna flip.
Vote.
I'm gonna flip flop, and
vote.
I'm gonna flip flop and pass him out of respect for him. The way that I did.
What the
way
fuck?
the way that I did Bones.
I'm
Oh shit! Enzo, how could you?
You got betrayed.
How could you?
Did you just do me a betray on air? You just did me a betray.
I did you a betray.
You did me. You did me a betray, friend.
I
Oh,
didn't
shit.
know who Limbo was. I had
Dude,
no idea
what
that
happens-
was
I-
KyoAni.
My brain is set on them not being better than Madhouse and Bones right now.
Well, see, like this is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna pass them out of respect, but the next time we go around, I'm gonna cut them for
my
sure.
god!
I know they're
But
not
the next
gonna.
time we
I
go
know.
around, I might
Oh,
flip next time too. What the fuck?
I am sticking to my guns. I'm passing KyoAni.
Oh shit! They pass. Woo!
Ugh.
All right, moving on.
I am not failing KyoAni.
Moving on.
damn it.
Production IG.
That was so hard to do.
Production IG barely passed last time. We let them go. They got through on like the tie, other than the fact that they tied basically. And Production IG has done like not a lot of stuff in the last 5 years. They did All How to Ride, Maria the Virgin Witch, Ghost in the Shell Arise, Attack on Titan Junior High, Joker Game, Adam the Beginning, Welcome to the Ballroom,
God damn it!
Fully Coolly Progressive, Run with the Wind. And last time we discussed how none of us really appreciated Fully Coolly Progressive, Welcome to the Ballroom, Adam the Beginning,
No.
Maria the Virgin Witch were all stinkers.
Oh shit, the Kuroko no Basket movie though.
And Haikyuu, girl. What are we supposed to do about Haikyuu?
Sorry, that's the tail end
What
of
are we supposed to
Haikyuu.
do
Sorry.
here?
What was the last Ghost in the Shell thing they did too?
They did Ghost in the Shell Arise, Alternative Architecture in 2015.
Gotcha.
That's the short hair, red coat, main character, right?
Yes. Short hair, red coat. Yep.
My initial instinct is to fail Production IG. Immediately just straight up only out of comparison, even to just KyoAni and also Madhouse and Bones.
Yeah, so you guys
Production
passed.
IG, yeah.
You guys
Last time we passed because we were passing for passing's sake, right? To see how many studios would survive.
Right.
But if we're doing a fucking elimination game, Production IG puts out a lot. They also hit above, I think, what is conceived as a standard by the fandom consistently as well. But then, like, damn it, dude.
Well, you guys passed them last time because of Haikyuu and Kuroko no Basket.
Exactly, which is why I think I might fail them. I don't feel like they have as although I did really like the Run with the Wind.
Me too.
I loved Run with the Wind, and I also loved the new Legend of the Galactic Heroes. But
Yeah, I didn't mention
other than
that.
there are a lot of shows on here that I just
Yeah, I don't like them. I'm gonna fail them.
I think
don't
Production IG has lacked some gravitas in the last 5 years. I feel like they haven't tackled like really heavy drama, and I could be wrong. Like really heavy drama in a while.
Haikyuu and Kuroko though. Mwah.
Yeah, Haikyuu and Girl get the chef's kiss, baby. Mwah. Mwah.
I also am. I haven't watched Aoharu Ride though, but I'm loving the manga. That's not Madhouse or not Production IG. So
yeah, I watched all of that. It's fine, but yeah, no, I can't. I can't keep them when I'm keeping.
They're dead.
When we're keeping Bones, KyoAni, and Madhouse. So
They're dead.
I'm sorry, Production IG.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
yeah.
The tribe has spoken.
Okay. Studio Shaft.
This is my boy, my baby. I
Studio
love Shaft.
Studio
Yes.
Shaft has done not much. They did Meikaku City Actors, Monogatari, 3rd season, Nisekoi, March Comes In Like a Lion, Fate Extra, Last Encore, and that's it.
Yeah, they're mostly known for their Monogatari series, which is one of my favorite series. And see, the thing is with Shaft, they are fantastic at thinking outside of the box in terms of animation, in terms
Direction.
of art. the direction, the storytelling, they are like, yo, we're not going to make a typical anime. We are going to give you some of them are puzzles. A lot of the Monogatari series
some of them get weird.
is so philosophical, and you really have to dive into it and be prepared for that. But Sangatsu no Lion is brilliant.
Baby.
It is a beautiful work of art. And I haven't seen Fireworks. I heard that's not great.
I also heard it was not great.
But for me, this is my favorite show personally. I can't fail him.
I'm out. I mean, I was out last time, so I gotta be out this time if I'm being tougher.
I am also out. Like, I wish more studios thought like Shaft. You know, I wish more studios took the stories that they bought or produced and were like, yo, let's fucking get weird and like get outside the box, right? Because that's, I mean, like my favorite director is Yuasa, right? Because he has that eye where he's like, I'm going to portray this story two ways, through story and through the way I'm showing you the story, right? And that dual approach to storytelling is what I love to see, and Shaft does it, and that's why I love them a lot. Like, I like them a lot, but a lot of their shows depend on the showing and then lack substance sometimes. So like,
lack substance as such as what?
Like,
oh my
like
goodness.
Nisekoi. I hate, like, Nisekoi had nothing. There was nothing there. It was beautiful to look at, and it had a lot of cool.
Have you ever seen the Monogatari series?
I've seen some of it, yeah. But I'm not saying they don't have, like, I'm not saying that like they always don't lack, like they always lack substance. Like, obviously Sangatsu's on this list, dude. Obviously that has substance.
Okay.
Yeah, but like Nisekoi and Fate Extra and Kubikiri Cycle.
Kubikiri Cycle was fantastic. It is brilliant murder mystery.
Let me look that up because maybe I don't know.
It's the beheading cycle.
Oh.
It is a wonderful, critically underrated show of a murder mystery. It is just brilliant.
Mm.
I highly recommend checking them out.
I'm still gonna be no though, just because like I just don't think.
All right, we got to keep it moving. I'm sorry, Mandy.
Damn,
it's okay.
Mandy.
I will always stand up for
you. You fought for them.
All right, also Magica.
All right, Studio Mappa. Mappa has done some things.
Mandy, did you see S.E. Rose's?
out of context.
I love Shaft.
I love Shaft.
Yeah. I thought about that, but didn't say anything. So the stuff that Mappa has done that we can count are Garo, which is Rage of Bahamut Genesis, Punchline, Ushio Totora, more Garo, Yuri on Ice, more Rage of Bahamut, Kakegurui, Inuyashiki, Banana Fish, Zombieland Saga, and Dororo, which I don't know that Dororo is done.
Oh, it's not done, but it's fantastic.
It's not done, but it's great, yeah.
So, yeah. Of these, I really enjoyed. I thought Zombieland Saga was really cute. I think there was something better I wanted to watch that one season. Banana Fish was okay. Inuyashiki was. I enjoyed it, even though it was very simple. Rage of Bahamut is really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
have some fun stuff. Out of all of this, I loved Zombieland, and Dororo is brilliant.
Terror and Resonance also.
Terror and Resonance is that falls into the 5 years.
They got some bad stuff here. Terror and Resonance sucks. Garo is not good. Punchline.
Punchline was animated really well.
I couldn't get into that.
Yeah. They had that soccer anime days. I mean, they had Yuri on Ice.
All the Garo stuff. The Rage of Bahamut thing was.
Oh yeah, I forgot Yuri on Ice.
The Rage of Bahamut season 2, I didn't think was all that great. So they're about.
It was beautiful though.
For me, they're 50-50.
Yeah.
I think I would easily pass Mappa if this was a just how many pass, but like I also don't think they're king. So.
I think they're good. They're not king. I'm gonna pass them for now. I think they can survive this cut, but when we go through the really quick round next time, I think they're gonna go.
All right. Oh yeah. I can't wait till the next.
What do you think, Mandy?
That's fine. I think I would fail them though.
I think I would fail them too. Honestly, if Mandy's gonna do it.
All right, you want to cut them? Let's cut them.
But there are some that are very mediocre.
Fuck it, we'll
cut
them,
baby.
Okay, you're done. Sorry, Mappa. I'm surprised though.
The tribe has spoken.
Wow. Okay. White Fox. Studio White Fox has done not much. They that count. Akame got Kill. Oh God, Utawai Dumono, which was horrendous. Is the Order of Rabbit, ReZero, which people liked. Grimoire of Zero, which was very average. Steins Gate Zero. Goblin Slayer.
So in the last 5 years, I think the only one on this list that I would look at, the only two on this list I look at, I'm just like, those are great, is ReZero and Steins Gate Zero.
I agree. They were great though.
They're like fantastic great. Yeah, I think they're really, really great.
Yeah.
But the other things on this list, and especially how fucking upset I was at Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, you really
I can't.
To me, it's Utawai Dumono. The Utawai Dumono's first season was really enjoyable. The second season was shockingly bad. Like, I was really sad about it. It was so stunning.
I've seen that.
I mean, don't bother. I mean, yeah. If you want to watch Utawai Dumono, go watch the first season. It was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the first Steins Gate. I haven't watched Zero though. I mean, outside of that, I didn't like Goblin Slayer.
You didn't watch
I've
Zero?
heard great things from friends about Girls Last Tour, and it sounds like something I would love, but I haven't seen it.
I watched half of it. I thought it was super boring.
It looks like a show for me.
You didn't watch Zero, Mandy? Didn't we talk about it cast together?
No, I only watched the first 3 episodes because that whole week I was out.
Oh,
I think I'm out. They're off the island for me.
I think I'm out too, man.
Yeah,
unfortunately, Steins Gate Zero is so
clean,
fucking good though.
Clean sweep. Bye.
The tribe has spoken.
TMS Entertainment. This is gonna be tough. TMS Entertainment has done some things. Yeah, they've done some stuff here.
Oh shit.
They've done a lot of stuff. Wow. Okay. They have done Yomushi Pedal, a bunch of Yomushi Pedal, Kami-sama Kiss, Loop on the Third Part 4, Loop on the Third Part 5, so both of them in the last 5 years. They did Orange, Re-Life, Sweetness and Lightning,
my God.
All Out. They worked on All Out with Madhouse, apparently. Trickster, blah, 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 Megalobox. Oh, God, Senjushi, which was absolutely... I mean, I'm never going to be the same after watching that. It was so bad. I'm just being honest. Between the Sky and Sea. They've got some good
shows.
They got some good shit. They got some good stuff.
They have some good shit. Real Life stands out to me. Orange stands out to me.
Oh, Kokuri! Oh, it's just a specials. Never mind.
Sweetness and Lightning.
Oh, no, I came out at the same time.
The Lupins stand out to me for sure. My God. However,
I love Real Life.
Yeah, me too. I really do. Like, I really liked Real Life a lot.
I love Megalobox. I liked it a lot.
Oh man. I feel like they're all really great.
They've done so much stuff.
But I think the other studios have greater greats. Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah.
You know, like, fuck, man. Like KyoAni's greats are Violet Evergarden, you know? So, like, what here beats Violet Evergarden?
This Kami-sama Hajime Mashite show is really well rated. I didn't watch it, but...
Oh, I have the entire manga series.
Yeah, it's really...
I love that series. I think it's really cute, but it is a very typical shoujo.
Yeah, they have some good stuff. I mean...
Oh, they have Fruits Basket this season.
Yeah, they do.
Wow.
First episode is really good too.
Yes. I've heard. I haven't watched it yet, but I will tonight probably.
Their catalog is fairly strong with all the Lupin
It's strong.
stuff.
It's actually super strong overall.
Yeah.
I thought Takagi-san was cute.
Yeah, I agree. I agree there. But I just don't think their greats reach higher highs in the other studios.
They're like a little... They remind me a lot of Silverlink and Doga Kobo. That like the volume is tremendous, but they have a lot of stuff on here that just jumps out at me as mediocre with some really bright spots. And I think there's some good stuff coming up in the future. Like, for example, I think this Fruits Basket show people are gonna love. I think the Dr. Stone show is gonna be really cool.
Oh, they got that?
Yeah, that's coming out. But like at the moment, they're like Doga Kobo for me. They've got like a couple shows that you're gonna remember for a decade from now, and then they've got a bunch of shows that like no one's gonna remember. A bunch of stuff. So like I think I'm gonna have to vote him off. So
Wait, did they do the newest Lupin the Third that we just watched?
They did both of them.
Oh,
Part four,
shit, I don't
part
know.
four, part 4, and part 5. But they also did
That was
Baki.
so beautiful.
They did Baki though, like which in Senjushi. So like to
I
me,
haven't seen Baki, so I don't know.
I mean, it was horrible. I shouldn't say so many things are horrible, but like Baki was really tough. Like I did watch like 3 episodes of that, and it was like, I don't know. It was just not for me.
They have a lot of cute shows that I
They do.
really enjoy, but I see it. I would fail them. Like comparing to some of our other studios, I'd fail them.
I think
I'm with you.
they're capable of doing like really great work, but like the really good stuff is watered down because it's mixed in there with so much like average stuff. Is kind of my general thought. So okay, all right, unanimous.
The tribe has spoken.
We're cleaning some house here, and then
We
the
have
last
to,
one,
man.
the last one on the list is Studio Trigger,
Oh man, here we go.
which has a small catalog. Let me just run through it real quick here. Studio Trigger has done, it's like a really small catalog.
Oh shit, Kill la Kill falls out of the 5 years, man.
Yeah, it does. SSSS
Yeah.
Gridman, Darling in the Franxx, Little Witch Academia, Kisniver, Space Patrol Luluco, and When Supernatural Battles Became Commonplace.
Okay,
I'd fail them.
I'd fail him too.
Yeah, I think it's easy.
And I know exactly why for me for this case,
Why is that?
because they do the showing super well, whatever story they pick up, but their stories just lack hard. I think a lot of the
Out
time.
of all of these, the only one that I really liked was Luluco. That's about it.
I liked Little Witch a bit too. Like I like it enough to say I like the story and everything.
Mm.
But I admit that I didn't watch that much of Gridman, so I can't really say that. But like
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
but I know it's beautiful as hell though. Like I know that, and I know that all these shows are beautiful as hell. Kisniver's story lacking, Little Witch's story lacking, Darling in the Franxx story is fucking kind of lacking too. Kill la Kill story is lacking, like just as stories, you know, like as epic battle sequences, amazing. As epic animation for anything, amazing.
Yeah, I like their
you know?
style.
Their style is what makes me always be like, oh, Trigger made something, for better or worse. I'm checking that shit out because I have to see what they did, right?
Yeah.
And that's a wonderful quality to have because it pulls your eye, and that's all that matters.
But
I'm a story guy, and I'm failing.
I'm gonna say goodbye because I was so disappointed with the Little Witch Academia show. It was so. There was such a like the Little Witch Academia OVA is like a masterpiece, literally just masterpiece. And then the TV show was just not, and it wasn't a masterpiece. So
Yeah.
are we all out?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think so.
The tribe has spoken.
Goodbye. Wow.
I
So
think
now
we only
we-
have 3.
Now we get into this shit, huh?
We were really tough.
Oh god, this one's hard.
Now we're back to Madhouse.
I feel like I'm about to lose some friends, man. Holy shit.
We're back to Madhouse with their Boogie Pop Phantom remake, Overlord, Mr. Tonegawa, the new Cardcaptor Sakura, All Out, No Game No Life, One Punch Man, My Love Story, Death Parade, Parasite.
What about... Oh, sorry. I was going to say, what if we each chose 2 of these studios, and then the one that gets the least amount of votes we get rid of, and then we eliminate it that way?
Okay. What studios do we have left?
Bones, Madhouse, and KyoAni.
Oh fuck. Okay.
I know, right? I know.
Shit. I think I have my 2, believe it or not.
I do as well.
Oh, okay, hold on.
I have my 2.
Okay, well.
Oh
all right.
my god.
Well,
no.
while you're thinking, I just say that my 2 are Madhouse and Bones. Those are my
Mine would be
2.
Bones and KyoAni.
Really hilarious when we tie.
Oh my
know.
god. You know it's so crazy because
It's like a 3-way tie. It's gonna be hilarious.
I was gonna say Madhouse and KyoAni.
Shut up.
Father F.
Oh my god.
Well, that didn't work out at all. Sorry.
Well, that didn't work out at all. But it was a good attempt. And I can explain why I'm flopping again. Because I'm looking at the list again of Bones, right? And like they have KyoAni, though sometimes they lack like some story, they do, like Mandy said, always tend to eventually get me with some type of fucking feeling, right? And then I look at Bones' shows, and yes, they do the same thing, but way less often. Like Hisone didn't do it for me. Ketkai Sensen didn't do it for me. And Bungo Stray Dogs didn't do it for me. And Shirayuki was really cute, and I love that show, but it didn't do it for me like that either.
It did for me.
Yeah,
I thought it was beautiful.
And Space Dandy definitely didn't do that for me. And Noragami was pretty cool. Like I thought it was a pretty cool show.
All right, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you, Enzo, because I'm gonna go through here and I'm like how many times did this studio piss me off? And like if Kazuo was here, he would be like, Captain Earth, worst show he's ever seen. He hated that shit. Space Dandy didn't really strike me. I really dislike Kekai Sensen. I've been outspoken about that.
Yeah, I recall.
You know, Bungo Stray Dogs. I didn't really watch Bungo Stray Dogs, so I don't really know.
That show has so much potential, and I wish they wrote it better.
Concrete Revolution was not. We didn't really like it. My Hero is great, but it's just a shonen show. I don't know. And so there's a lot of content here. They do have a lot of volume, but there's too many X's, maybe too many red X's mixed in there. Mob Psycho has hit a home run, but
twice,
yeah. But I think that there's just maybe too much stuff here that's not crushing it for me.
Mob Psycho.
Yeah, but Mob Psycho, and also My Hero, like for real.
All right, I'm gonna be out on Bones, I think.
Yeah, but I think I'm also on Bones because I've said it before too. I think Manny and I always agree on the fact that My Hero is like a huge force in the fandom. Like it is a thing in its fucking self, right?
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
It also to me is just execution of a standard, but really well for shonen. So although like it does get me in the field sometimes, it's not enough where like it pushes. I just can't see Mob Psycho and My Hero alone as two franchises beating out KyoAni. I really think. So.
All right. Yeah. I think I love the studio, but I'm out. They're off the island.
I love the studio, but I'm out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm out.
I agree.
The tribe has spoken.
Bye Bones. All right, we're down to KyoAni and Madhouse.
This is hard.
Listeners, I want you to know this is stressing me the fuck out. Okay?
Yeah.
Like these studios are really good.
Let me make a case. I want to make a case for Madhouse.
Make the case.
So Madhouse has. I'm just looking at their catalog, and like there are so many well-liked shows on here. No, the volume is nuts. No Game No Life 8.4. Parasite 8.5. They've got Ace of Diamond 8.4, Death Parade 8.3, Overlord 8.1, My Love Story 8.1, One Punch Man 8.7, and I'm not even in 2016 yet. I mean, that was just like the first 2 years, and then as you keep going up, there's like more Overlord, which people still love. Cardcaptor Sakura's second season, people really liked it. The Boogie Pop Phantom show, there's just like a lot. Place Further Than the Universe, which we forgot about. Guy. And it's just like, they have more shows that are slam dunks for people than shows that aren't, and they have like 3 times as many as KyoAni, which is kind of why, which is where my thought, it's at some point it's a volume play. You know, it's like, yeah, you can put out a show like once a year and it'd be good, but then like here's a studio that's putting out like 3 good shows a year. So
this is hard. I feel like Enzo's gonna have to be the person who decides, because I think I would fight for KyoAni because man,
okay,
just the level of details in their animation is just so fantastic. I am instantly drawn into KyoAni shows, so I don't know.
I just don't like the idea of like, is animation really the most important thing?
No, but KyoAni also executes story well, dude. Like
I mean,
when there's a story to tell, like a good one, like when the substance is there, like, and this is like literally just look at Violet Evergarden. When they have a story to execute, they fucking do it, bro. Like,
and also like this is a visual like entertainment, so it's very important, and they put in a lot of work.
I mean, I'm with you. I
don't know.
The catalog is small, and there's some shows in here that like we didn't even review well on the podcast. Like Amagi Brilliant Park, we didn't review it well. Sound Euphonium.
Are you set on voting for KyoAni?
I think I am. I don't know.
Okay, so this comes down to me, huh?
Sorry.
Okay. Here's fuck my life. Okay, here's where I'm at.
Let's hear it.
Here's where I'm at. Oh my god, I'm literally trembling. Like, I wish I was
He's
on camera.
trembling.
I'm shaking, guys.
Because when I'm looking, like, besides Place Further in the Universe, a lot of Madhouse's stuff, and Chihaya isn't out yet, so I can't count that one. But of the other ones, I'm like, it's a good action show. That's about it for me.
Let's hear you deliberate
Except for
inside your
Akka,
head.
and I haven't finished Cardcaptors, so I can't count that one for myself.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
Okay. I think. Here's the
Chibi
fact.
Rob saying, "Man, to use Marvel against them." They made the Marvel anime.
Okay,
Thanks, Chibi.
Here's how I'm gonna go about this. Ready? Okay. Fact. Both these studios put out good shit. Great shit, right?
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yep, they're both awesome.
They're both great fucking anime studios. When they both release stuff, I'm always like, oh cool, Madhouse made that. Oh cool, that's by KyoAni, right? And they both have had opportunities to shine. When they get a script, when they get a project to produce that is gonna be a hitter, they more than not execute. So what I'm gonna say is, like, which studio has executed harder, right? And when I think about that, which studio, when given an amazing story or script to execute, which studio does it better? My heart legitimately just yells KyoAni. And I think that's where I'm going to put my vote, which is fucking insane because I failed them earlier. But when I think about it, it
Yeah,
takes
you failed them already.
It takes a special magic to execute.
What have
a
I
story
done?
About, it takes a special magic to take a story like Violet Evergarden and do it that way.
This is my fault.
So I think KyoAni, though smaller catalog, though, you know, not always putting out that many shows, like, when they hit, bro, they hit in a magical way, I think. So, and that's important. And I also have a KyoAni sticker on my MacBook, so I'm very biased.
Oh, you're a homer.
So I'm gonna fucking vote in KyoAni, dude. Holy shit.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna argue for the sake of time. So let me turn this song off. Let me get back to our main
Oh,
topic.
I'm shook. I'm so shook. I'm gonna puke.
Damn. All right.
He needs a break.
All right. So we'll eliminate Madhouse.
The tribe has spoken.
Although I hate to be so predictable, but like the only other thing I want to say is that, like, KyoAni only makes one type of show. Like, their shows, they're always like these really soft, emotional, like, you know, shows that hit you in the feels. Whereas Madhouse has shows like Parasite. They've got shonen sports shows. They got like shows about serial killers, and then they got like Chihaya. So like,
and they also do Place for the Universe.
So like KyoAni is literally one note as Trigger. They're basically Trigger, but like a different type of show with better animation. So like, I don't know, but like, I'm not gonna like drone on and on forever about it. But you do have a sticker on your laptop.
I do have a sticker on my laptop that says KyoAni. So. I mean, come on.
So
We have pictures of their studio.
Actually, I also have a Madhouse sticker on my laptop.
What?
Yeah, I have. Wow, I do.
Man, you have like special interest groups are all up in your pockets. All right, so all right, for now, we'll let KyoAni take it.
Yeah, we had some listeners guess what we would pick.
Yeah, so we had a listener guess Mappa, KyoAni or Bones or Trigger. So we're the ones that people.
Do we sound like we would have picked Trigger? That's interesting. That's really interesting to me.
No.
Or is this
no.
this is what they picked?
Want.
They
this
wanted.
is, yeah, this is what they would have. This is what they wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that was fun.
Yeah. Are we ready for our weekly intro trivia question?
Let's do it.
We are.
Alrighty. So our weekly intro trivia question, which we will answer after the break, is a Name That Anime. In the Great Garubaru Empire, a lethal weapon is in the process of being manufactured, but is stolen and subsequently lost in battle. Now the Empire is looking for this weapon, a girl that can call forth the Dragoon power.
I bet
What is the name of
nobody-
that anime?
Nobody.
I was gonna say, I think there's a cheat in there.
Nobody will get this. We'll be
But-
back.
Yeah.
We're gonna be back with a review of Tsurune, which is a Kyoani show. So stay tuned, and
It
we'll be back
is?
in a minute. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Bye bye.
Aha.
Hey, all you crazy anime fans, Mitsugi's here once again, bringing you another shot of anime news. Well, most of us have Netflix nowadays, as their subscription base is well over 100 million people, and they are planning to increase prices on their services, as you know, businesses tend to do. It looks like the price increases will take effect for subscribers in May. The price increases aren't too drastic. Most people have the HD streaming service, which is $11 currently, and that's going to be raised to $13 per month. The service's most expensive plan, which allows you to stream 4K, is going to be increased from $14 to $16 a month, and the basic plan, which does not allow HD streaming, is going to be increased from $8 to $9 per month. So, if you're a Netflix subscriber, be aware prices are about to increase, but somehow I don't think anybody will care because we're all seemingly dependent on Netflix at this point. Next up, Gonzo, another anime studio that we all know and love, has reported a nearly 600 million yen loss as of December, which is really only about $5 million in change, but for an anime studio, that's pretty substantial. The animation studio Gonzo revealed in its financial report for the year ending December 2018 that they had sales of $13.7 million, but a total operating loss of $5.35 million, which is pretty rough, just showing you that Studio Gonzo is not doing too well. The company reported an insolvency of about $30.5 million for the year. Things aren't looking well for Gonzo. Hopefully they'll be able to turn things around and continue bringing us anime that we all love. Next up, going back to Netflix real quick, they have released the cast members for the main 4 people in the live-action Cowboy Bebop series. It's going to be coming out on Netflix. The 10-episode adaptation of the 1999 television anime Cowboy Bebop. Looks like John Cho is going to be playing Spike. He more or less. He looks like he could play Spike more or less. Mustafa Shakir is going to be playing as Jet. Daniela Pineda is going to be playing Faye, and she looks like Faye for the most part. And Alex Hassel is going to be playing as Vicious. So it looks like a pretty good cast of characters. They all seem to fit the roles that they are playing, and makes me feel a little better about the casting. So, and now lastly on our news, the 43rd annual Kadokawa Manga Award nominees have been announced. These are for the Best Anime of the Year, which are announced by Kadokawa. Best Shonen Manga Act, Age, and the quintessential quintuplets are both nominated for Best Shonen, as well as To Your Eternity, Ao-chan Can't Study, and for the Best Shoujo Manga, Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight, Nagi no Oitoma, Perfect World, and Our Precious Conversations. And finally, in the general manga category, What Did You Eat Yesterday? Showa Tenno Monogatari, or the Showa Emperor Tale. The Blue Period, Watashi wa dou ka shiteru, There's Something Wrong With Us, are all nominated as well for the general manga category. So that's it for this news break. This was Mitsugi, and now it's time to get back to the podcast.
Mandy, I've got a great idea.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, what if, now hear me out, what if we did additional episodes? I'm talking hobby addicts, after parties, maybe even hentai episodes, if you're nasty.
Well, I mean, we already do all of those.
Hold on, what?
Yeah, we've been doing that for like years.
How did I not know about this?
You've been in like a ton of those episodes.
Come on, Mandel.
My name is Mandy.
Okay, Medward. You know I don't pay attention to things like that.
Like yourself. speaking.
Huh? Well, I'm glad now we're making millions off these extra episodes.
Actually, they're only like a couple bucks a month.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you go to AAAPodcast.com/join, you can sign up to get access to all of our extra podcast goodness for just a few bucks a month.
Whoa, that is a steal. All right, so where do I go to sign up?
I just told you. AAAPodcast.com/join. And besides, you're in those episodes.
Huh?
Just go to AAAPodcast.com/join already.
この番組は JList.com の提供でお送りします。
Welcome back to the podcast. Before we left, we had an in-show trivia question. Name the anime in the great Garubaro Empire. Lethal Weapon is in the process of being manufactured, but it is stolen and subsequently lost in battle. Now the Empire is looking for this weapon, a girl that can call forth the Dragoon power. What's the answer?
I think the name of the anime was actually in the description.
It was.
It is Dragoon.
Dragoon, a show that I watched like when I was a freshman in college.
Damn.
And it's like an OVA, I think. But yeah, it's
many moons ago.
Yeah, like a million years ago, basically. All right, now we have a 5-star review, as we always do. If you want to leave us a 5-star review, we broke 500, which is pretty cool. You can go to iTunes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, of course. Drop us a 5-star review on iTunes, and we will read it for you on the show. So here we go. Oh, where's that drop? Play that drop.
It's time for iTunes review.
The easiest 5-star review to read ever. Who would like to do it?
I got it. Can I do this one?
I don't know if you can handle it. It's pretty long.
Listen, I know I stutter sometimes, but I really think I can do it.
Good luck.
All right. So, the subject says, "Sup." The rating is 5 stars by King Bama. And it says, "This podcast is dope." That's it, baby.
It says a lot about us.
My God.
We are fucking dope, though. That's right, my guy. Thank you for saying we're dope.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much
go.
for that very elaborate description of the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. A review of Tsurune.
Tsurune, which was one of my picks.
Well, why don't you go ahead and lead us off, Mandy, since it was one of yours.
Alrighty. So Tsurune is a KyoAni anime. It was directed by Takuya Yamamura, and I looked through his stuff. He's been mostly key animation at a bunch of series. He's done some episode directing, but this is his first actual show as the main director. And yeah, it is a story about Kyudo, and Kyudo is something we've seen in behind other anime, but this is the first one that I know of, at least, that it's the focus. And it's follows a story about Minato Narumiya. And he is suffering from something. He's used to be a Kyudo player, or Kyudo archery practitioner. And he is now suffering from something that is known as target panic, which is a real thing that archers are afflicted with. And it is the psychological fear of shooting. And so when you're in your draw step, you accidentally release early, which causes the arrow to not fly straight. And so he is now in high school, and he is introduced to a bunch of his friends, and they are trying to reopen the Kyudo club. And he doesn't want anything originally to do with it because he has really bad memories of Kyudo affecting his life and being traumatized by it, the stress behind it, but his friends eventually work him into the club. And so, yeah, it's the story about them and their Kyudo adventures and trying to balance out their inner thoughts to become better Kyudo players. So, yeah, we can go ahead and start with our expectations going in.
That's a good
For
description.
me, I mean, I just kind of made it up. I didn't want to read the review or the synopsis off of Mal because it's so short. So I tried my best.
It's super. The Mal synopsis.
It's itty bitty.
Like, I mean, I would, if I was doing this, I would also just copy paste the Mal description, but it lacks all the subtlety that is this anime.
Yeah.
Expectations going in. Mandy, do you want to say yours first because it's yours? I guess.
Yeah. So expectations going in, I was really excited about this because I am an archer. It's been my dad is a hunter, so I wouldn't say it runs in our family, but we all kind of have an interest in it. And so I've always been into target archery. I've never done hunting because this is way too much stress for me. But and I couldn't think of anything else that had archery as a focus. And I knew Kyudo is completely different from our version of archery, like target archery. And so I was very interested in it. And I watched the first 3 episodes for my impression, and I was very fascinated by Kyudo. And so I ended up doing like a massive research look into the practice, and I learned a bunch of stuff and found it fascinating, and I really wanted to start practicing it, but there's no one around me that doesn't, unfortunately. But
not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Maybe my apartment room. But yeah, so I was very interested in going into the anime to see if what I researched was accurately reflected. And so, yeah, I was very excited about it.
I mean, I expected it to be gorgeous because KyoAni, right?
Yeah, that too.
Just to start off, I since it was KyoAni, I also didn't really like. It's you think like, oh, like I'm sure if you look up the genres for this, sports is probably one of them. But I didn't really expect it to be like a super sports anime because it's because it's KyoAni, and like, you know, I mean, just looking at the pictures of it, it's like 5 boys and they're all in like traditional garb, and it didn't smell like a sports anime. So like I didn't expect that, you know. But I don't know. I expected it to be a beautiful show about archery. It's like what I expected. I mean, without much additional thought put into it, I would say.
My expectation going in, I have a general interest in archery. I just think it's cool as hell. Like, I just think the act of shooting a bow and arrow is awesome. So and it was KyoAni, right? So I went into it thinking this is gonna be a good show. So I had moderately higher than normal expectations for the anime going in, which can be seen as an unfair thing, but I just can't help it. Like, my heart was like, KyoAni plus archery, yeah, I'm hoping it's good already from just knowing that. So that's really, in short, what I expected to see. I was hoping for some type of competitive stake, hoping to go into it. I was hoping for, you know, as always, some good character conflict. You know, it's to carry throughout in the backdrop of the focus, which is Kyudo. Yeah, so those are the things I wanted, and I was hoping it would be good because it's KyoAni, man.
I also had some like subdued expectations because, like, I had heard people on the Discord talking about this when we were going to review it, and like people weren't really speaking all that highly of it, and so, you know, people were like, oh, you know, it wasn't for me or whatever. So I don't know. That doesn't have a lot of meaning, but you know, I think that like
it still factors in.
I was expecting like free basically, but archery because it's KyoAni and it has 5 boys. You know, it just smelled like free a little bit because 5 boys in a KyoAni sports anime. So
yeah, no, I mean, you can't really help yourself there, you know.
I mean, yeah, exactly. So,
so yeah, we can go ahead and do our spoiler-free recommendations. I mean, for me, I after all the research that I did, I found out that it displays the Kyudo practice very accurately. And I like how the quote-unquote training for this was drama, and it relates to the sport very well, and we can go into that when I go into the spoiler section. But I really love this series. It does have issues. It's not perfect. There are some characters that barely got any attention to detail at all. Like, they have hardly any development. But as far as the first anime that, at least that I know of, that has portrayed Kyudo, it does it very well. And I was actually looking up, like, what do Kyudo practitioners think of Tsurune? And a lot of them also agree that it is very accurate. It is a very watered down version of Kyudo. There are a lot of things that they didn't mention. But as far as paying attention to the mind, the mental state of the practitioner, it does it very well. And if you are looking for something that is target archery, if you're looking for something fast-paced, if you're looking for something with a lot of stakes in it, this isn't it, because that's not Kyudo.
Yeah.
Kyudo is considered... It's not technically considered a sport. It is more of a viewed as like an avenue towards self-improvement. So, and there's a lot of attention, or there's a lot of attention put onto your mental state. So if you're looking for a drama, a character drama, and you're interested in Kyudo, like the actual spirit and heart of it, you should check it out. But otherwise, if you're looking for something really fast-paced sports show, this isn't it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with Mandy too. Like, if you thought this was gonna be like some dope, like arrows getting shot out of some bows, hitting some crazy shit, nah. This ain't it.
Hitting some crazy shit.
Hitting some crazy shit. Like, nah. It's just this is not what this anime.
This is not mounted archery.
It ain't. Yeah, it's not Kuroko no Basket DBZ archery. It's not that.
Oh shit! Oh my god, I want that.
Wouldn't that be like, dude? Imagine, like, like a curving arrow shot from anywhere, dude. Watch.
The arrows in the zone.
The arrows in the zone. It teleports to the target. You don't even
oh
see it
my
fly.
gosh!
Teleporting arrow shot, baby.
Vanishing drive arrow.
Vanishing drive arrow shot.
Homing arrow. It just follows you around.
My Emperor Eye will cause him to fail. It will cause him to miss. Shit.
Okay.
All I have to do is see an archer shoot once, and then I can copy his form.
Copy his form. Yes. Okay. All right.
Only the only one who can
If
shoot
you
better
want
than me is me.
If you
I'm sorry, I'm getting carried away.
if you wanted any of that, this ain't for you. Okay. Basically is what we're saying. If you want some like crazy drama developments, it's also not really for you, I don't think. So but if you want, like Mandy said, if you want like a pretty like chill and earnest and honest representation of what Kyudo is and what it's meant to be, then yeah, you got it. You know, it's there.
Yeah, I think that like I pretty much abandoned any, because like when I heard, oh, they're making an archery anime, immediately I was like, oh my god, like we predicted this, I want this. And I was thinking, my thoughts go straight to like Olympic archery,
Right.
You know. But then when I saw that it was like, you know, traditional Japanese archery, I think my like hope of that kind of disappeared, because it just doesn't. It's not the same thing. It's just a different type of thing, and so I think that this is really a good show for people who like the KyoAni shows. It has a lot of the same sort of feel of other KyoAni properties. It reminds me of Sound Euphonium a little bit, because like the show does sort of like, while it's not, sports is a subgenre of this probably, like it's a drama first and a sports show second for sure. Although the last 2 episodes of it felt like a sports show, because they really focused on like the competition, complete with like disappointed kids and cheering and, you know, a winner and a loser, etc. But like it kind of it feels a lot like Sound Euphonium to me, because Sound Euphonium was that show about like the band and the school band, and then because they had a competition in that show too, but Sound Euphonium was like mostly about the kids' personal problems and their emotional states and their lives and the drama of it. And then at the end, they finally got around to like having the band competition, and you know, and they did that like in the last episode or so. So like this kind of feels a lot like that because most of the show is about the kids and their mental state and their personal problems in their lives, and then at the end they kind of get it all together and they go shoot some Kudo, I guess. So like I think if you like sound euphonium type of stuff, like you'll probably like this. I think if you like Kyoani, you're gonna like it. I think if you like beautiful sort of thought provoking things, you might like it. But yeah, if you want like if you're hoping for like the hot blooded sports shows, it's not that. So
it just ain't that.
It ain't that.
It just ain't that, baby.
Oh,
alrighty. So now we're gonna go into our spoiler section, which is
Spoiler.
after I am done. Oh, after that drop plays, you have until after that drop plays to get out of here if you have not seen it and you do not want to be spoiled.
Get your star.
But if you have seen it, stick around, and otherwise, go away, watch it, and come back.
Spoilers are coming. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So yeah, let's go ahead and just dive right into it. So yeah, when I was watching this, what I really loved about it is how it focused on. We got a lot of development for Minato and Seiya, and Kachan got a lot too, and we learned a lot about Masaki. There are a couple characters that I felt like it didn't focus on, but what I liked about it is going into fixing those characters, because all of them are very broken, and fixing what is wrong with them in order for them to be able to finally shoot in Kyudo. And I guess for people who don't know anything about Kyudo is like the archery practice that was created around like the Edo period, and it was practiced by the samurai class. And when Zen Buddhism was introduced by Chinese monks, and with them acting as martial arts teachers, this led to them as like introducing the concept of Kyudo, and it wasn't considered a sport until it was brought into schools around the 50s, which is them trying to preserve the practice. So the Kyudo practitioners, it's deeply relies on their senses. And if you are easily influenced by your surroundings or the result of other archers and missing, they can all cause the slightest disturbance. And so what you want to do is get into the state of what's called Shinzenbi, which is truth, goodness, and beauty. And it's when archers shoot correctly, which is truthfully, then your virtuous spirit and attitude towards all persons and all things, which relates to Kyudo, which is goodness, beautiful shooting can then be realized or produced naturally. So what I like is that they go through each of the characters and they try to get each of them to obtain this state of Shinzenbi, which it does not tell you that in the anime.
Nope. No, it don't. No, it don't.
No,
so I feel like it's really hard for a Westerner to watch this and have any idea like the background of it and like why it works. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Kyudo's practiced probably at a lot of Japanese schools, so they probably just assumed that they would know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, here's where like I don't, because if we're talking like does the story work like per your research, Manny, which was extremely ridiculously insightful. I completely agree that the story now works for me formulaically. Like now it makes sense, right? Like the 1 + 1 = 2 is there, and that'll make sense. But like I just don't think it was executed well. Like I don't think the beats they chose to present the drama to the characters to then for that drama to be overcome, they picked very boring choices. I think they could have picked different things for each character to go through instead of like this weird like friendship. Like what I forgot what Seiya was feeling towards Minato.
So Minato in the story, he has had target panic ever since his mother died.
His I liked. The whole Seiya thing is what I didn't like.
Well, Seiya blames himself for Minato's mother's death because he was a child when Minato and his mother are crossing a street, and Seiya calls out to them and stops them for a second. And then when they turn back around, they are hit by an oncoming vehicle. So Seiya has been traumatized by this his entire life and blames himself. And when Minato's mother is gone, she passed away during that.
Yeah.
And Minato's in the hospital, and he tells Seiya, I think I'm going to quit archery, and I don't think I want to do this anymore. And Seiya tells him, no, you have to keep doing archery. I'll do it with you. And because he blames himself for Minato giving up that passion. So then when Seiya has no interest in Kyudo himself, he's only doing this for Minato. So when they start practicing Kyudo together, Minato at that point develops target panic, and he is in the middle of a very important, to him, a very important competition, and he loses the last shot. So then he's also traumatized by this and quits, and Seiya blames himself for all of it. He's like, I blame myself for his mother's death, which, I mean, it's not his fault, and we know that, but I mean, he was a child. He can't really.
No, that part I totally understand. I just don't like, I guess I don't like the conversations they were having. I don't think the dialogue that was chosen like carried that weight well. You know, I don't know. It came off like something like that is so tragic, but like the way I just don't remember the dialogue being impactful enough to carry that kind of trauma well and then resolve it from that conversation they had. Which sucks, man, because like I like conflict like this between like trauma's a great thing to dive into. But like I don't know, the way like Violet Evergarden, you know, executes its words very carefully, you know, like that's what I wish the show did. Obviously, it's a different tone they're going for. It's not like the backdrop of Tsurune is not the same backdrop as Evergarden. But I don't know. Like I feel like the dialogue fell flat for me, and it kind of like to the point where it kind of lost. I lost the stakes that Seiya was carrying himself personally. I don't know, which is unfortunate. But I did love Coach Man. He's great.
The coach had a good story.
Yeah, Coach is cool. I like his 1,000 shots thing.
10,000.
10. Yeah.
Oh, what? I was current. I was current with this anime, so I finished it forever ago. But like,
so the 10,000 arrow thing is called the Oyakuza, and it's an event where a bunch of Kyudo practitioners would go to a temple and they'd shoot as many arrows as possible for a 24-hour period. And the average was 10,000 arrows. And the current champion, or the current record holder of that, is Wasa Daihachiro. And he's from Kyushu, and he successfully shot 8,133 arrows out of his 13,000 that he shot. And he averaged 9 arrows per minute. It was,
the fuck?
Yeah.
He's a machine gun.
It's a lot. Yeah, machine gun, basically. He's Legolas.
Yeah, he's Legolas. Yeah, he's literally Legolas. The fuck?
Yeah, it's basically where you shoot and shoot and shoot until you can't think of anything else. You are living and breathing Kyudo. Yeah. And that's kind of like the whole center around Kyudo. It's if your mind is not on the sport at all, then you are, I guess, disrespecting the practice.
I like what you said, where for Westerners we would maybe lose some of the depth, and I think you're right, because I think that's what happened for me, where I understand that they are going through conflict, so their mental state is not in the zone, because that's a thing that happens in anything. Like, I could have a bad day today, and then I could not be in the zone for work tomorrow. Like that just happens, right? But what I admit now that I totally miss that insight, where if I had known that Kyudo centers around peace of mind to translate into a perfect shot, then I'd be like, oh, like that's why this is so grand and important. It's because they have to overcome these interpersonal things to be able to focus on shooting the perfect shot for this competition. And like that makes it better for me, for sure. But it didn't translate well on the surface. But that's a cultural difference, which is fine. But I bet in general though, I still go back to like, I love Kyudo as the backdrop of this. I think these characters and the tone of the show really mesh well with that type of display of like art. But I do think the delivery of dialogue was kind of weak on the show, unfortunately.
What did you not like about it?
It just felt really plain. Like it felt like, yeah, like we're really, really sad, but here's a really normal sentence and we fixed it. That's very plain. That's a
So
very.
did you want it to be poetic?
I wanted.
I mean, they
wanted-
are like high school kids.
Well, sure, but like I don't know, like and maybe this is where my age is not showing, where like I'm like starting to not think that way, perhaps. But yeah, I don't know, I just wish the words were heavier. I guess not
like,
poetic really, but like with more weight. Yeah, Mitch, you haven't said anything. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like my problem with like the show's fine. Like it does a lot of things really well, and we're gonna get to more of that. But like my problem with the anime is that it's part. My problem is part pacing and part like where I am in my life, because like I'm 33 years old, and so like I really don't relate to or necessarily care about the problems of like 14-year-olds, and so like I understand that it's like really important to the story and that it's a main part of the story, but for me, the show was maybe not a great show to be binging for the most part, which is like I pretty much watched it the entire week leading up to it, and mostly Saturday, right? Yesterday, because like it's like how many episodes in a row do I have to watch where pretty much all they do is like mope? Like there's some episodes where like all they do is mope around like the whole time, or like, and it's not like one episode, it's like 4 or 5, 6 episodes, 7 episodes, and so to me there's like a pacing issue there where it's like I'm losing my I'm not in the zone with the show, because first of all, I'm not connecting with it, and like I wish there were some like things in it that would kind of like clip it along a little more, So like when there's an episode where like say just there was like a 2 episodes chunk in there towards the end ish where he's just, first of all, like I didn't really grasp the scale of his problems at all through the show. So like, it's like while I'm watching it, my thought was like, get your shit together and go participate in this archery contest. Like I'm not even thinking, oh, I'm traumatized for life. Like I didn't really pick that up from the way that they presented it. But it just, I don't know. It was just like too much. Like I guess I don't find like watching people's problems fun. And
most people don't.
And that's pretty much, that was 90% of this anime for me. I get that like they're trying to reach like this zen so they can, be at peace with their mind when they're shooting, which by the way is a lot like golf, by the way. But which is why like they say why Tiger Woods started to not be any good, because he was like so mentally broken by like all the media and all the
lost his what was the word you said, Andy? He lost his zen
Shinzen-bi.
Yeah, he lost his Shinzen-bi, so he couldn't play golf, although he's getting better, it seems like, lately. But yeah, it's like I guess watching people's problems isn't fun, and while they needed to accomplish their problems to get their Shinzen-bi, I just didn't find like the resolution of them fun, and I didn't relate to their problems either, because I'm not 14 anymore. I don't even remember being 14, barely.
That's wild.
I mean, that was 20 years ago. That's a long ass time ago. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, it's only 12 for me. But
like the show is super beautiful. The music was awesome. Like I was literally humming a song in the shower today. True story, and I was like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Wait a second, that was from Tsurune." And I'm like, "That's how I knew that the music was good." There was some like
amazing.
There was some piano music in there that was like really good. And when they started to like actually do the Kyudo, is it do Kyudo, shoot Kyudo? I don't know. When they were participating in Kyudo, it was really good. Like I loved the last episode. It was super tense and awesome. But
I'm with you there too.
I had to go through a journey to get to that point,
Yeah, I agree. I think art was fucking amazing. Like KyoAni again,
yeah,
just
absolutely
doing the KyoAni thing, man.
Crushed it.
Everything was gorgeous. The way that when he shoots the perfect shot, the Sasuke was super good every time, especially the shots of Coach Man. I kept calling him Coach Man, of Masa.
Owl Man.
Masaki. Yeah, of Owl Boy. Yeah, of Coach Masaki. Every time he shot in the moonlight, my God, was he so hot.
That's another thing. Like, come on, you gotta understand. Like what's the name? Minato sees this guy, what's his name, Masaki, sees
Masaki.
shooting Kyudo in like the moonlight with his Kyudo like garb down over his shoulder, so you can see like half of his pec and part of his abs and like his arm.
That's actually how they really wear it.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah, I get it. But like, it was really obvious. And then he's got a friggin' owl like on his like chilling with him. And then Minato falls because he's like in love instantly. So he like trips over his own feet and falls and hurts his hand. Well, why does he hurt his hand? Conveniently, so that Masaki can be like, "Oh, you hurt yourself. I happen to have a medical kit here. Let me bandage you." And it's like, how more like?
It's because he's hot.
It's so just pandering, and that like it's so obvious what they're doing. Like, and the show's not like fan servicey at all, but like it's so obvious. They wanted Masaki to be the hottest fucking thing. He was like a hot pastrami sandwich with mustard.
I mean, it worked.
I'm not saying it didn't.
God damn, is he hot?
I mean, not saying it was. I'm not saying it didn't work. I'm just saying like damn.
Like,
I also really
like,
liked Masaki as a character.
Oh, he was good.
I love him.
He was forced into Kyudo by his grandfather, and he won a tournament, but because he couldn't hit the target absolutely perfectly, his grandfather kind of, I don't want to say this, but kind of no longer saw him as like this prodigy. So as a result, like he is mostly doing Kyudo as, and he started diving into all of their own issues. They all developed target panic because none of them are in it for Kyudo. Their minds are elsewhere on other issues. And I feel like the only character that doesn't really get any development is Ryuhei. And I feel like you could probably assume that maybe his issue is that all of his friends are having issues and he's not in the game because he's worried about his friends, but it doesn't really portray that well.
I agree, yeah.
I actually really liked the moment when Seiya and Minato made up. I really enjoyed that moment because I felt like with you're going back and saying that the dialogue was flat. I really liked when Minato is like, "I'm going to wait for you," and Seiya's like, "What?" He's like, "When my mother passed away and I developed target archery, you were always there waiting for me. And so I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait for you to come back to Kyudo," because Seiya hates Kyudo. He really dislikes it. So he has no like talent for it. And I really like that he's like, "I'm going to wait for you to come back to the sport." And so Seiya's like just comes back and he's able to bring him back in. As far as Nano, I think it's his issue is that he's just in it to look cool and impress girls.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, he's just that. Yeah, he's popular cute boy that wants to look cuter and cooler.
Yeah.
He's in there for the Instagram like.
Yeah, he does not care about this like Kyudo at all. He's like, I just want. And by the way, their Kyudo is practiced by both men and women. There is no like sexual or sex.
Dude, the girl team is dope as hell. I love all of them.
Sex segregation, is that what I'm trying to think of?
What?
Yeah.
What do you call it? Like,
yeah,
okay,
no,
thank you.
I don't know that it's really referred to in that way, but like I think that makes sense what you're saying.
Right. I mean, like, there's not like a female team and a male team. They all practice together. But the guys do end up kind of developing their own little club, but the girls also shoot. And
yeah, the girls of the team are great. Especially the short-haired, tall one, like the leader of the girls. Yeah. Fucking dope. I love her.
Yeah, I'm also sad they didn't get more development. I would have.
Yeah, they're kind of an afterthought, aren't they?
That's where like I wish, because I also think that there's a lot of like episodes of just moping, where I wish they spent more time with other people, instead. But yeah, because I really like the girls in the show. Whoa, sorry, burping. But yes. Can we move to final conclusions or Mandy? I know you probably have mad research that you want to say.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else. The other character who is like really good at Kyudo was Shu, which is a friend of Minato's that he went to school with and was on his previous team before he developed target panic. And Shu, I think, is a very interesting character because he's always so calm and collected, but he is 1000% passionate about Kyoto.
Yeah, he's in the zone.
And I feel like we also like meet some of his other characters on his team, which are a bunch of assholes.
Yep.
Like they're like these twins that are like little
sons of
dicks.
bitches.
Yeah.
They suck.
And so I think it's interesting that when they started getting really mean-spirited and making fun of Minato, they developed target panic and can no longer hit the target. But Shu is 1000%. His heart and soul is in Kyoto, and he's always so level-headed. So when I think it's interesting because when you think that he's going to become the asshole who like tears everything apart, he's not. He's like he only cares about Kyoto, and that's it.
I think he is the ideal we're supposed to compare everyone to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He is the one
he's
that
the
we're
control
supposed
variable.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he always shoots perfectly, 100,000% in the center, and all of that. I think it's interesting.
All the characters in this show are like mad tall. By the way, I don't know if you knew that.
Except for Cute Boy.
Nope, he's tall too. Looking at their
Nano?
supposed. Oh yeah.
Isn't Nano shorter?
He's 107. Well, it could be. It could just be that this website sucks.
It could just be this website sucks.
Every single character of the show's height is at least 170 centimeters.
Yeah.
So
I'm
that's
ready
like-
to give a final conclusion myself.
Yeah, I mean, me too.
Yeah, I like the show overall for sure. You know, it's a given that the animation was great. Like there's like it gets full points on that. It gets a shit ton of points on the actual Kyoto scenes because those are super captivating. I was glued to the screen watching these kids shoot. It was awesome. I love the audio engineering behind the actual Tsurune, which is in Tsurune. Please, Mandy, correct me if I'm wrong, but Tsurune is the sound that the bow makes when you release the arrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the or something there in the action of shooting.
Yeah,
I think it's a really cool name for the anime, Tsurune. So when you hear this Tsurune, it sounds really pretty. And I watch anime on my PC most of the time when I get home from work, and I have really nice headphones. So like the audio is just like fucking great to listen to. Yeah, so I like all that. Where it falters for me again is I do think characters were all likable, which is really hard to pull off, especially when there were so many of them. They're all likable, which is a great bar to hit. I just don't think the conflict, great conflict. I don't like it resolved in a. I don't know, the way it resolved wasn't. It didn't make me go, oh man, that's so good, holy shit. It made me go like, okay, cool. I guess that's that. Which is unfortunate. So I will give it a 3.5 out of 5. 3.5. 3.5 missed shots. Nah, that sounds negative. 3.5 perfect shots.
Kaichols.
3.5 perfect shots out of 5 because animations are all there, music's all there, the OP is fucking awesome. The Kyoto scenes are amazing, the audio is amazing. It just falters in conflict a little bit for me, so that's where I'm at.
Kaicho is the bullseye word, by the way.
Oh.
Which in English is really close to concho, which is when you stuff your fingers up someone's butt.
Sure.
I just want you to know that. They do that in Naruto a lot.
Now I know. Now I've been informed.
For me, I'm really glad that Mandy actually added the context for the show.
Same.
Because I was really pissed off at the anime like all weekend. And I think the context of like the mental state thing really kind of helped me not be as pissed. So I appreciate that, Mandy. Thank you. For me, the show is like, it's this weird, I have this weird feeling about it. Like, I'm going to be honest, I don't really like the show. But that doesn't mean that I don't think it's a good show. And it's kind of frustrating for me because to be blunt, I was bored, like a lot of it. Probably.
I was bored sometimes too.
Like, probably around half the time, I was just like, oh God, please just get on with it.
I was bored sometimes too.
But then, like,
I can say that.
So I have this frustration where I'm like half of the runtime I was bored, and then like, and then yet I think, oh well, it's like the show has like a lot of thought behind it. Clearly, it's directed well. It looks great, sounds great. Yeah. When they got around to practicing Kyudo, like in the tournament at the end, like I thought it was good. It was fun to watch. It was tense. It was even tense. Like watching them counting the hits and misses. I was like, shit, like this is tense. And So like it's this weird. I have this weird feeling about it. It's I don't know. I'm very conflicted, I would say. For me, the issue with the show is like 100% pacing. I just think that they expected the viewer to want to watch 8 episodes of kids' problems. That was, for me, that's what it felt like. I know there was other stuff sprinkled in there, but like that's how it felt to me. I don't know. I'm just not I'm not like into watching like set 9th graders cry. Like it's just not. I don't find it enjoyable.
Even if their mom died.
I mean, it sucks.
Is that a kid problem?
It sucks. But like, I think they could have like gotten the sort of mental clarity message across by saying, first of all, saying it, which would have helped me, and then 2, maybe just have like one kid have a problem. Like I thought that they were gonna do just I thought it was gonna be 6 episodes of let's fix the target panic, and then we all rally, and then we have like a good tournament. But it was like the target panic, then it was Seita's problems, then it was Coach's problems, and it was just everyone's problems. But like that doesn't mean I think it's a bad show. Like quite the contrary. I think it's like anybody who critically looks at it is gonna say, "Oh, this is pretty great. This is a pretty good show." And then people who are actually like the audience for the show are gonna really love it. So I'm gonna be right around there with Enzo. I'm gonna give it 3.5 moonlit nipples out of 5.
Moonlit nipples.
Moonlit nipples, baby.
We saw some of that.
We did. We saw some moonlit nipples, yeah.
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 Because like it really wasn't bad. It was just slow. I would say it was slow.
Yeah.
But not bad.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this because I was very fascinated by Kyoto, and now I'm even more interested in it. And
do you think you'll do it?
Do you think I could do it?
Do you think you will?
I don't think there's anywhere around here that I could possibly practice. It also requires like some equipment that is unique to Kyoto. And
but you can
there's
buy
a
it.
whole there's a whole also different way of shooting where for normal target shooting, you draw the bow up. So you have the bow pointed at towards the ground, and when you're breathing in, you pull it up into your cheek. Kyoto is completely different where you pull down. You hold the bow above your head, and then when you breathe in, you pull down. And I've heard it's actually easier. To me, it looks harder. But when I first gave my impression on Tsurune, someone on our Discord who practices Kyoto and actually wrote us a comment too about it, told me that no, it's actually much easier to pull down. So I don't know, maybe I could. I could try it. But yeah, I really loved it. I thought it represented the sport very well, or the art. I guess it's more considered an art, like a martial art. But there are some issues. Ryohei hardly got any development, and that made me sad. I feel like I do also agree that I could have either focused 100% on Minato, or it could have given them all more appropriate time. But 12 episodes is really hard to do that in. And yeah, it's also a very watered down version of Kyudo. There are a lot of things that they could have went into more of, like learning the different types of, like the 3 different types of practicing of Kyudo and bow grips. And yeah, there are a bunch of things that it could have added in, but what we got, I really enjoyed. I thought it was gorgeous.
Yep.
I think I actually like it more than Free. And I like Free, but I think I enjoyed this a lot more.
Yeah.
But, and it was, yeah, I love the music too. I think for me, I would give it 4 who's out of 5. Who is his owl?
Yeah, his owl friend. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Looks like the listener score, 36% voted 4 out of 5, 29% said 2, 21% said 5, 7% said 3. The one comment that I did want to read was from Samuel. It says, I practice Kyoto and so is very much looking forward to this. I liked it. Sure, it's a very typical high school sports type anime, but for me, the most important thing was getting the balance right between the competitive side of Kyoto and the more meditative practice that is truly this. And there have been a few attempts at showcasing Kyoto in anime, but this was the best. And yeah, I thought that was
I'd like to know what those other attempts are.
Samuel, you gave it a 5 out of 5 just to bump up the score? Don't do that. Samuel, I'm watching you, friend.
Oh, which means he didn't.
And
think to
Samuel, if you could tell me where I can practice Kudo, please let me.
Oh yeah, let us know. For
Send
sure.
me all the information.
in your backyard.
I have a compound bow, which I cannot do Kudo with. I do have a longbow though.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I don't know what type of bows. I think it's a very specific type of bow for Kudo.
Yeah, they definitely look like longbows.
I believe they're called
Yeah.
Yumis.
Yumi. They're really Yumi Ohiku.
Yeah.
They're really long. Like, yeah, I bet you can buy one on eBay, like an old one on eBay for like $100.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I watched that show, man. I'm glad I stayed current with it. I watched it week to week, and
me too.
I think that helped me get through it too. I don't know what I would feel like binging it.
I guess I also appreciate it for not being your normal cup of tea.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It wasn't a high school slapstick comedy number 7005. It was a little different, you know?
It wasn't all female.
Yeah, they all could have been girls. You know, and they could have been like stumbling around and having tea and shit instead of actually doing anything.
I do wish the girls would got more development as well.
Me too.
Yeah, they weren't really involved that much, and they were cute.
Yeah, so that's our review of Tsurune.
All right.
Yay.
Well,
We
we're
have
gonna
time for mailbags today.
No, we don't.
Yeah, damn. Oh, oh my god, we're over.
Yeah, we took a long time with the elimination.
Yes, it had to happen. We were shook. I was shook. I'm still shook.
You were shaking.
I'm shaking.
All right,
It was
guys,
hard.
but that was it was a good. I'm glad we were thorough on that review. So.
Me too.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening in, and of course, if you do contribute to us, thank you for contributing. Again, you can do it over at AAAPodcast.com/join. We have like ridiculous amount of extra content for you on the website.
It's too much.
It's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of
Jesus.
literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes. So, thank you once again, and let's see. Next week, are we doing Bunny Girl?
Are
I
we?
believe so.
Oh snap.
I think it's Bunny Girl Senpai next week. So
Okay.
that'll be
That's one of
interesting.
mine. That was mine.
It's a crowd favorite. I'm looking forward to watching
Forward
that.
to that one for sure.
All right, we'll see you guys next week on the Anime Addicts Anonymous podcast. Be sure to check out our Discord if you want to join up and chat and participate in the manga club. So until then, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Peace out.